Tony Marinelli, the 22T. Paul Grace, that's Luke, has to be in the 535 Hot Chassis Destination. The 12th annual Cajun Classic is underway here in Vivian Bill Kitchen, and they are neck and neck. And like I said before, we got underway. You can see it. Racetrack very treacherous, very slick. All the drivers had hot laps on it, but look at this in 1 and 2.
3 wide at the moment.
The racetrack taking a lot of moisture this afternoon. A lot of tracks could have pulled the plug, but hey, over 140 of the best factory stock drivers in the business are going to go at it, and leading lap number 1 of the night of the 12th annual Cajun Classic and heat race number 1. It'll go to Scotty Hilschelpeck out of Hooks, Texas.
You know, you're talking about the track being treacherous. I think it's very important that these guys save their stuff. You know, it's a long weekend. You don't want to get tore up in the first heat.
Not only that, you got a race of champions later on. If you're interested in running that, you want to keep the car in one piece. There may be drivers that elect not to run in that particular event to keep it in one piece tomorrow if they have a good run tonight. And a big bobble by the Oklahoma racer. The 02, the SRT chassis, a Sexton 3 wide off of 2 down the back straightaway. Graves splits Big Dan Matney as well as the 43J of BJ Cook. And here comes the man of steel, Mickey Steele, to the inside of Cook, and he makes some contact.
Mickey Steele showing some muscle in that 37 car. He picked up about 3 positions that lap.
The Pollock, Louisiana racer off of 2 down the back straightaway to the inside of a guy that he races door-to-door with a lot down at Leesville and did at Manny as well. Both winners at Thunder Valley, and what a slight job there off of 4 by Mickey Steele.
Steele looking very strong in that 37 car. And like we say, it's not just where they finish, but how many positions they advance and where they start that counts toward their points.
That's absolutely correct, Bill. It's what we always say, half a point per car you pass. And Mike Marusak, the 3rd place finisher in the 2014 Cajun Classic, they are going at it back here. But Luke Graves, Marusak gives him a shot in the shorts down the front straightaway. And I'm telling you, your top 2 competitors have not let each other out of their crosshairs.
Look at Mickey Steele.
Yeah, look at Mickey go. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. He's blowing Scotty Nichols' mind through 3 and 4.
Unbelievable.
And he's about to catch Jason Cook, who is knocking on the back door of the race lead like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth, but we're going to get our first caution of the night, maybe. Maybe. I don't call it just yet. The green-yellow is out, and the caution's out for Scotty Hilschelpeck with 6 in, 4 laps to go here at the land of the 3 wide in heat race number 1. And here comes Steele going 3 wide on the restart. Oh, my goodness. Mickey Steele just hit the NOS off of 4. Of course, that's illegal, but who would... You wouldn't know any different. They're 4 wide towards the tail of the field. Tony Marinelli says, I got to get what I can get now. A late race caution says, you know what, that saves me. And he got 4 for the price of 1. That's the Walmart special if I've ever seen it. Tony Marinelli and the HM Bodies 22. The Splendora Texas racer. Look at Marinelli. Tony Marinelli to the inside, trying to get inside of the top 4 billets. Heating up, in the words of MVA Jam.
Man, I tell you what, this is our first heat race. Check it out.
And Mickey Steele said, I'm cruising. He's Kermit the Frog. He's got his teeth hanging on the pinky, and he is sipping it out front, folks. He is gone with the wind.
Marinelli picking up another spot back there off turn 2. He ain't done yet. He's going after Hilschelpeck.
I'm telling you, the battle right now for 3rd, Austin Wilkins through 3 and 4. It's a 3 wide battle.
How about 3 wide? That's 3 wide off.
Justin Cook holding on to the 2nd spot strong. Hilschelpeck in the clutches of Marinelli to the inside through 1 and 2. The Oklahoma hot shoe all over their back deck lid. And Thrifty Nichols wanting to, live up to his nickname and get a thrift pass coming to the checkers, but your winner goes to the man of steel, Mickey Steele from Pollock, Louisiana. Louisiana racer starts off the Cajun Classic, winning a heat.
Robert Graham on the front row. Tyler Gibson draws the inside row number 2.
Is it Jimmy or Jason?
Jason Gore, I believe.
No, it's Jimmy.
Jimmy Gore, my mistake. All right, Jimmy Gore, my mistake. Jason Gore is a former Dustin Duncan modified winner, I know that. Tom Earl from the 2nd row to the lead here in lap number 1, half a lap in the books.
You know,
Earl, Graham, and Gore, your top 3.
You know that Tom Earl was the top qualifier on time trials, was the only driver to run a 17-second lap time at Timberline Speedway's factory stock 50. And boy, he's showing up and showing out in that Destroyer chassis right now, isn't he?
The veteran racer out of Central Texas. He knows what he's doing behind the wheel of the race car. And he is checking out on the field. Now, Jimmy Gore looking to the end.
Oh!
Graham, but he makes a little contact. Graham goes around. And we're probably going to have a caution here.
Yeah, that's a Hemi, Jimmy. Lights are out. We're back underway. 2 in the books, Bill. 8 to go.
Earl right back on the gas and stretching the lead out. He's got a strong race car. Looks a lot like that Mickey Steele car there, and he raced number 1. In the meantime, they are side by side battling for third.
Yeah, Craig Oaks on the outside of that battle on the heels of the 2 of Woodruff and the 5 machine of Jonathan Capps, who was here at this event last year. Capps has ran well here in Vivian, but looking very well tonight, Bill.
Jonathan Capps doing a fine job. Aaron Green coming up through the field, too, there in front of 87.
Jonathan Capps is trying to do his best Mickey Steele impression right now. Mickey Steele also started in the same position, and around goes that Outlaw chassis down to the bottom of 4.
Matthew
Berry, yep.
2 car, and we're going to go caution again. I think, maybe not. No, stay green, yellow. We're green. Still side by side.
Into 1. Tom Earl is dusting the field, and what a slide move, or a sliding up move on the front straightaway by the 87, the driver who led 38 of the 40 laps of last year's Longhorn Classic at Timberline. Aaron Green, the Texarkana racer. Driver of the Team 5 Enterprise Outlaw chassis, car number 87 off of 4. The 87 has the second spot in hand, but he cannot run down the 47 because the sand of the hourglass is ticked away. Unless Earl has a malfunction or a mishap, I don't see it unless a caution happens to come out. And I don't necessarily see that happening. But off of 4, he'll see. That's 3 to go that time by the flag stand for Earl. Side by side for the 4th spot. Sorry, the 5th spot. Craig Oaks is trying to get a feel of the station wagon tonight and got an elbow thrown into 1 and 2. Oh my. I think that's Josh Cotton, 3S.
Rodney Howell.
Oh, Rodney Howell, the Pineville, Louisiana racer. He's known to throw an elbow or 2. He was actually top 10 at Boot Hill in the first 2 King of the Hill events in passing points. So he knows how to get passing point system done.
Greg Atwood getting a little racy out there to 101A car. He's got this pack of cars battling for third.
White flag out. Into 1 for the 47.
He is running out of time, though, as Tom Earl's got half a lap to go.
Aaron ran him down here, Bill. I mean, he closed the gap anyway. I won't say he ran him down.
Aaron Green looking very strong out there in car 87. Our battle is going to be for the 4th position.
And that could be huge for Rodney Howell, who started
Thomas
9th.
Woodruff going at it side by side off turn 4. Who's going to get 4th? It'll be Woodruff.
Yep.
By not much. Although there's a rule book. That's all.
There's a rule book, and they'll follow it.
Beyond that, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Back on the mound. RaceOn Texas. Kind of a wild start there with Vic Case sliding in front of McHenry in the 05. They're 3 wide for third. Bill into 1. Neal trying to get the best of it. They almost went 4 wide. Look out, Black Cat. Look out, Myers off of 2. Down the back straightaway towards turn number 3. What's going to happen, Bill?
Your guess is as good as mine. They're going to go 3 wide at some point. I promise you that.
Off of 4, but the lead lap number 1 is going to be the C7 rather, the Calhoun, Louisiana racer, Vic Case.
Didn't take long for him to do 3
Oh,
wide.
Yeah, here comes McHenry. Brian. First name Brian, last name McHenry, says, I want to take a stab for the race lead here in Vivian, Louisiana tonight. And he'll go door-to-door for the race lead down the front boulevard. Chase Neal in hot pursuit. He's got him in his crosshairs. Into 1, McHenry got loose rather. You got McHenry and McNeil. McNeil says, I'm the better of the Max. So he's the bigger Mac right now, and he'll go to second. Here comes the 18M. Oh, kind of got squeezed there off of 4. Anthony Boatman behind the wheel of a car that he's never driven before in his career. They're side by side for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Chase Neal to the inside. Neal all over the Louisiana native at a northeast Louisiana over in Calhoun and the Dallas-Fort Worth area racer. Chase on the outside. A little bit of a bobble opens up the door. Chase Neal's going to take the race lead and open the door for McHenry to the inside for second now. Myers closing the gap there on the 18M for 4th of Boatman. It's heating up and tightening up here for the top spot in Vivian with 5 in and 5 to go. Vic Case has developed a kind of a nasty push as he tries to get the car into 1 and 2. But I tell you what, who's really biting the biscuit right now is the 05 of McHenry, who made a bad bobble and faded, sunk like an anchor there. Here comes Myers. Cody Myers, opening day winner at the Boot Hill Speedway in 2016, is some contact for the second spot. Anthony Boatman gets into the C7 of the Calhoun Racer. Down the back straightaway, Cody Myers says he loves it.
Daryl Edwards doesn't mind either.
Oh.
He's in the back row up to third now.
Digging like Daryl. Daryl Edwards up to third. Daryl Edwards, like I said a few moments ago during the lineup, the 2011 Sabine track champion, Mighty Mike Wells, is going to go to fourth down the back straightaway in his Outlaw chassis. Neil, your leader this time by Bill. It's 2 laps to go, and Mighty Mike throws a slider and takes fourth. Tell you what, Myers has something here. He pushed into 1 and 2, but let's don't forget, these guys have become good friends. Cody passed up the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship to go all the way down I-20 to race at Kennedale on a weekly race because he and Chase Neal and Justin McNeil have become all good friends. And boy, you know he'd love no one other than to blow his doors off on the final lap here. Let's see if he can do it.
Yeah, you're at my home territory now. Let me show you how it's done here at Ark-La-Tex Speedway. But he's running out of time. Half lap to go. Take him home, Zach.
He drove it in deep there, Bill. Off the exit of turn number 4, Cody Myers may find it, Bill. Off the 4, Cody Myers to the checkers. Oh, he got beat by a car length, or about a 3/4 of a car length.
Good starting spot tomorrow, and you drew the front row of this first round. You better finish up close to the front.
Oh, that's kind of a sketchy start there. Not going to work, though. Oh, and Simon made some contact there with the 189 of McNeil, but the 22 really got the good jump on the start there, Bill. I'm not sure if you saw what I saw, but the 22 of Graham definitely muscled there to the inside. But I think Mark Simon may have something up his sleeve. Look at this. Oh, my. The 2M, it looked like more. Just
it's Dustin Hampton behind the wheel of 2M car tonight.
Dustin Hampton, his father Daryl Hampton, he's the 2011 champion of this event. And he threw that car in there, and oh, he just got a little bit of assistance. So the caution's going to come out here as well. The lights are out. We're back underway here in Vivian with 2 in the books, 8 laps to go, and heat race number 4 of the night for the Cajun Classic. Oh, look out! Man, McNeil did not want to give Mark Simon any kind of real estate on that restart. Simon got the clearance he was looking for, but for how long? Walter Hamilton just shot out of a rifle and pulled to the back deck lid of them, and here comes Hartsoe. How about Hartsoe Jr., Bill, to the inside for second. Oh, and Carver all over Hamilton. I'm telling you, it's just all kind of wildness going on this racetrack. Well, the more these guys play demo derby from second on back, they're going to let the 22 just run away with this one. Graham's fast nonetheless. He is getting it out front. The car's hooked up very well. Cleve Vincent over the top of turn number 3 and 3D. Maybe trying to intercept another caution. Hopefully not.
What, Andrew Hartsoe doing a great job out there in that 7A car tonight.
That young man has really come a long way in his racing career as well. Hartsoe to second now in the 7A, the Burton Oil and Gas entry, the one the Comp Cam Summer Nationals a year ago. And I tell you what, Hartsoe's got the best car on the racetrack right now, Bill. There's no doubt about it. Unless Hamilton, look at this power move.
Battle back here. Brian Carver, McNeil in the middle. Walter Hamilton, that kind of plain-looking 1W car. Last year he had a beautiful wrap on his knee. This year he's got like the cleanest car out there.
He has got, if not Hartsoe, Walter Hamilton's putting on a show and got the best car on the racetrack as he has got it eaten. He's got it digging on the outside of the racetrack. Hartsoe this time by, it'll be 3 to go. Hartsoe wants a win.
Here comes Andrew.
How about that?
There.
Down the front straightaway, side by side for the race lead. And the battle for third is hot and heavy. And a push by Hartsoe. He'll show some respect there. Mark Simon trying to keep the 1W
That's just
at
good
bay.
Driving right
Zoom
there.
out if
Good
you would,
driving.
Austin.
Here comes Hamilton to the outside of Simon. And that battle for third, Walter Hamilton will take over third spot.
2 to go this time by at the flag stand, Bill. Who's going to win this race? You got Graham. Oh, he lost the handle nearly, and what a move by Hartsoe to his inside. Andrew Hartsoe.
This time, I think they're still going to go side by side into turn number 3. Andrew Hartsoe pulls ahead with the white flag in the air. Here comes Graham back on the inside.
How about that Andrew Hartsoe Jr.? What a move for that young man. And the power move that he did to the inside of the 22 to take over the race lead. He smelt blood in the water. He pounced and took advantage. Hamilton now has third, Simon to fourth, and fifth. It's Carver sixth. Hard to tell from this vantage
point.
point.
Coming to the checker, the battle's going to be for the fourth position. There's going to be 3 of them going for it.
Hartsoe wins it.
Here they come to the line, 3 wide, and Mark Simon beats him fall by a fender.
Oh, my goodness
Excellent
gracious.
battle there as Mark Simon brings the 23 car home in the 4th spot.
Getting behind the wheel of the hot chassis, number 22. Dylan Beasley in 66. Sean Grandpa that car to the overall top qualifier at Boot Hill. Chris McKnight in 12M. Jeff Hauser in the Wild Child chassis. Jonathan Beckett out of Texarkana. Tracy Corp out of Texarkana in 10. Oh, and Freddie Blanchard gets into the wall hard on the start. Dean Rasco from Wascom. Oh, look out, Dino. Dino shot up the hill like a dump truck. Dino shot up the hill, and he lost it. Something not right with Dean. Wow. You thought he lost it, and he saved it. The right front, something, I don't know. I'll quit speculating. The car is not steering. The battle for second now down the back straightaway. JT, James Thompson, he's the 2013 Ark-La-Tex Speedway Factory Stock Track Champion. He's the only driver to dethrone Doug Vick Jr.'s march to win 6 straight points titles here at this racetrack. Right now, it's Winnigan Hennigan, the all-time winningest racer in the history of Ark-La-Tex Speedway racing in any division, or overall, between modifieds, limiteds, pro mods. He's won them all, folks. Hennigan actually, on the 4th annual Cajun Classic, won the Southern Stock main event that night. And Hennigan will take over second, driving Ronald Bookington's Rollo's Lubinato hot chassis number 22. He's got racing Jason Ingles behind the wheel of his 16 tonight. I thought that was just very, very interesting. And off of 4 at the flag stand, the hero in the 0. The young gun, Bubba McEachern, driving the Just Racing products. Foxworth Welding. Mom Motorsports. Yeah, I said that. His mom is his biggest fan. That F1 power built by Donovan Owens underneath the hood, getting him around the racetrack, good to that crewed off car. He's got a 7-car length advantage over Winnigan Hennigan, but you can't sleep on your efforts right now with 5 in, 5 to go, Bubba, because you got Hennigan nipping at your, or looking to run you down. He's got you in your crosshairs, but you got a sizable advantage looking good. This time by, it should be 3 to go. Third is James Thompson, the 2013 track championship winner over the Wild Child chassis. Number 18. Got a big Dave power plant underneath the hood for Jeff Hauser. Hauser to the inside of the 85. That's the best battle on the racetrack right now. Lap traffic has become a reality for McEachern. Hennigan trying to capitalize, but 2 laps to go this time by for McEachern. Cheyenne Russell in the 29 goes down a circuit. Dean Rasco finally getting the handle on that number 45 bootlegger chassis here late in the going. That car had a bad ill push early, and Russell will pull it to the back and to the pits. This time, 2 laps to go this time for the young gun out of Minden, Louisiana, Bubba McEachern. Lap traffic is a reality through 3 and 4. Hennigan way back, but Bubba, don't overdrop the car here through 3 and 4. The car's planted well, though. It's looking good. White flag out. McEachern trying to dispose of the 12 of McKnight up down to the bottom. Hennigan is catching him. Look out, Bubba. Look out. He gets the clearance he's looking for off the exit of 2. The best battle right here for the 4 spot between Dean Rasco to the 85. But off of turn number 4, a face full of checkered flag goes to the hero in the 0 to Minden, Louisiana. Bubba McEachern near factory stock. Heat race number 5. Winner here for the 12th annual Cajun Classic. Winnigan Hennigan grabs second. Jeff Hauser grabs 3rd and 18. 4th.
Here we go. 10 laps of distance.
They're already going 3 wide into 1, Bill. Tiffany Welch in the meat of the bun there. Here comes a 70. Oh, my goodness. Tiffany's going to shake out of that battle as the leader down the back straightaway into 3, Bill.
Good job by Tiffany Welch. Here comes Royce Jones in the middle of the racetrack. They're battling hard for that race lead. Tiffany Welch will lead lap number 1. They're 3 wide again, going into 1.
Give it to the lady in the pink racing number 58. 3 wide for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2. And
Michael Shurtleff digging on the bottom of the racetrack trying to take that race lead away.
I'll tell you this, Michael Shurtleff has been very good the last several months. He was good here the last race, and he was very good at Timberline, and he just took over the race lead in a 1 and 2. He's got it.
Tracy Cundiff having a good run there. That little 9.
4 wide.
They are 4 wide coming off turn 2. And Rance Prince from dead last in this race just taking over the 5th position. I'll tell you, Zach, they do this all weekend long. You and I are both going to be 4 out before tomorrow ever gets
From me
here.
grabbing your shoulder?
Yeah, I mean, just from talking.
Yeah, I know.
My goodness, you can't keep up with it.
Look.
Here comes Prince taking over 4th.
And don't...
James Martin.
It's early right now. There's only 3 in the books, but I'm telling you, don't take your eyes off the mellow yellow, look-alike 17, the freight train from Farmerville. Brandon Ball third last week at Timberline in the main event for the factory stocks. He has got a good car, and he'll be to the front maybe fast and in a hurry.
He better be pedaling that bicycle because them guys up front ain't playing.
They're
Your new race
Flintstoning
leader, Tracy Cundiff, leads.
Wow.
Michael Shirtliff off turn 4. And here comes Rance Bridge. He started dead last
Rance
in this race.
will make you dance, Prince. Rance is making the field dance right now, living up to the shoes of his father, Jody.
You think Jody massaged that race car just a little bit for him?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Betcha.
Here he comes.
Rance Bridge got a hot rod, man.
Hey.
Dead last, no caution.
He's been here before in his career, Bill. He's had a good car. It hasn't always been able to capitalize. Right now, he's doing it over the race lead. Rance, you got plenty of laps. You got the best car on the racetrack, and boy, he just took it. He just took it. 3 laps to go, and Rance, he'll make you dance. Prince to the point, the Sibley, Louisiana young man, the 19-year-old to the lead here in Vivian.
Holy cow. Well, we're still side-by-side back here for about 6, I guess. That's Dustin Young.
Balls broke off the exit of 2.
Ball has a problem off turn 2. Stephen Harris going to take the 6 car to the pits. Ball got whatever, maybe jumped out of gear, had an electrical problem, don't know. Just a guess. We're coming around for 2 laps to go.
Wow, that would be the best performance at this point. He could be your number 1 qualifier, but we have another step to go later, folks. But Rance Prince, we saw Mickey Still in the opening race of the night go from 10th in the lead. We've seen other drivers come from 10th and have good runs, but not yet tonight. Have we seen a driver come to the checker with a face full of checker flag from 11th to the win from Sibley? Rance Prince, your winner in 11R. What a performance, Bill.
It was awesome.
Jared Herring from Viter, Lance Hansen Jr. on the 5H, D-Rock, Derek Daniel, the 2007 track championship winner here on the factory stocks at D28. He's in a new, he's back in black, baby. To the outside of him, it'll be Slick Rick, Ricky Burke Jr. We got one over the top of 1 and 2, and it's Tim Clonch, the 2010 Limited Modified TMS World Dirt Track Championship winner. Tim Clonch in 55 over the top of 1 and 2. He gets it resurfaced onto the speedway, but the side-by-side battle for the race lead coming to the line, it was a dead heat. Don't know who would have led it. It was either Wilkins or the 1H of Jared Herring. Jared Herring, once again, in the Royal Purple, Precision Oil, Grease and Tech Cells, Outlaw Chassis, best engine powered 1H car off of 4. He's got the race leader. Ricky Burke Jr. just got around in 3 and 4 and 55. The 21 looks to avoid him. That's Paul. Keep your eyes on the white and black number 4 car. He's bad fast everywhere he goes. That's why I call him Bad Chad. Tim Clonch, the 2010 TMS World Dirt Track Championship winner, is going to have a shot now to get into the mix, and a wild start towards the tail. Here we go. And Jared Herring, the Viter Texan, leads the herd into 1 and 2. D-Rock, Derek Daniel got a good restart. He'll go to 3rd. Here comes Clonch. Tim Clonch just got the Walmart special. He got 3 for the price of 1. Tim Clonch in 55 will slide up on the 22 of Morgan, and he's got it off of 4. Look at the move by Clonch. Clonch just went from the outhouse to the in-house, literally, Bill. He was on the final row on the restart, and now he's the 4th in 2 circuits. Tim Clonch in this one, from 10th to 4th now. After, if that race would have stayed green, he wouldn't have even finished in the top 6. The battle right now for the 5th spot off of 2 down the back straightaway. The 4 of Mount Ada, Arkansas's Bad Chad Abernathy will take it away from the Hunter's Body Shop sponsor, number 22. And here comes Clonch. Clonch knocking on the back door to the D28 of D-Rock, Derek Daniel. Derek Daniel, one of those drivers who is qualifying for the Cajun Classic almost every year that he has raced in this event, minus 2 times. Hasn't had a car here the last several years, but D-Rock has always been a factor here in Vivian, Louisiana. Jared Herring, your leader, though. Heading into one of the Royal Purple Synthetic Oil, Grease and Tech Cells, DuPont Racing Shop, Stills, Automotive, Best Engine Powered Outlaw Chassis, Chapman Motorsports, Power Muffler and Brake, Dave Motorsports, Total Custom Carbs and Dyno. Number 1H, the driver who was, the caution's out. Brake, Chapman Motorsports. He's got a Best Engine Power Plant and that Outlaw Chassis. The Grease and Tech Cells Royal Purple Synthetic Oil 1H smashes on the loud pedal. We're backing away with 6 in the books and 4 to go. Oh, that's not good. Not good on the restart. The 7MK of Wilkins Oh, and here comes Bad Chad. I said it before the race started. You better keep your eyes on Abernathy. So here we go, folks. You got South Texas and South Arkansas going at it for the top spot door to door at the flag stand with 3 to go. Look at this race. Side by side in a 1 and 2, Bill Kitchen. Mount Ada, Arkansas's Bad Chad Abernathy trying to take it away from Big Jared Herring. Jared Herring. He'll fight back to the outside of that Outlaw chassis, but will it be enough? That number 4 is digging to the inside. He's got the race lead. How about Mount Ada? Oh, boy. He may end up back in Mount Ada by the time they get to the checkered flag, as he may run away from the 1H of Herring, who looked to have this one in the cat bag. Off of 4 this time by the white flag waving by your flagman, Kenny Crawford. Wow. Bill Kitchen, 2 heat races consecutively that the driver who started in a dead last position has worked his way all the way to take the win. And off of turn number 4, he'll see a face full of checkered flag just like Rance Prince did. Worst of first for the Mount Ada Arkansas racer. Bad Chad Abernathy shows that he is bad fast in heat race number 7.
3 in a row here.
Taylor Carver's best finish in this event, 7th, back in 2009. Off of 4, Calhoun, Louisiana, Scotty Case on the loud pedal. We are underway.
One of the few Fords in the field tonight is Scotty Case, but he doesn't have anything for the station wagon at the moment. Taylor Carver's going to get the run. Down turn 2, into the lead. We got a good battle there for second. 3 cars, 4 cars going at it. Little contact there. Up the racetrack goes Scotty Case.
Broke.
In trouble.
Case is broke. That 4-power entry is done. I'll tell you who's really come a long way is that young man who traveled up down the road.
He got a cut tire in that contact. They cut his tire on the right rear.
The young man in third, Bill, the 15X, who has really come a long way, traveled up and down the road helping out Cade Dillard, the Thriller last year on the USMTS Mod Tour. Dakota Wyatt, boy, 4 wins at 4 different racetracks for him in 2016. How about that?
That's awesome. How about Joshua Martin running in second right now?
Yeah.
In that Triple C car.
Casey Shields back to 4th. Scott Young is 5th, but Dakota Wyatt is knocking on the back door. It's almost Halloween, like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth, and he'll go to the inside for second. Chamberlain not making up the ground that we think that he had picked up, but he hasn't had much help. He's stuck behind the 88 of Durham here, and he's got a bad push in the center of 1 and 2.
Here comes Pork Chop trying to pick up one more position. That'll put him up to 7th. Martin got his hands full now with Casey Shields. Casey Shields trying to take over that 3rd position. Scott Young right there in the 18Y car. He started in 10th spot. Carver tiptoeing around lap traffic, your race leader. Wyatt closing ground on the station wagon a little bit. In the meantime, Martin's got his hands full, and we got a pair of them side by side for 4th now. Scott Young trying to pick up another spot. Casey Shields.
I wonder if Dakota has anything for him.
Joshua Martin's Triple C car.
Does he have anything for him, Bill? The 15X is closing the gap on the 40, fast and in a hurry in the turn number 3. Dakota Wyatt trying to roll in, the 2-time TMS World Dirt Track Champion. Using lesson learned from his friend Cade Dillard.
Here comes Shields.
Here comes Wyatt for the race lead. Alpha 2 down the back straightaway, side by side. The former Sabine Motor Speedway regular.
Meantime, we got a battle for the lead. Wyatt on the outside. Wyatt to the outside of Carver. He'll take over the top.
How about that, Dakota? The caution's out, though. It's going to go back to the last completed lap.
Scott Young.
Oh.
We got trouble for Joshua Martin. We got a caution in the middle of the backstretch. That is.
And there you see it. That's the way we roll here in Vivian. As we go back green, can Taylor Carver hold off Dakota Wyatt, who showed a lot of strength on that last green flag run? Here we go. Wyatt's going to try to get a big run down the back straightaway in the turn number 3 in the 15X. 40 says, I'm going to try to block it this time. Not going to work.
Pretty sweet move there by Dakota Wyatt. He's going to take over the lead again. Carver coming back at him. They're coming around, take the white flag this time by.
How impressive. Well, a caution did not matter, Bill. He proved that he had the best car on the track. He even had to go back to second. But he'll crawl off of turn number 4 and get a face full of checkered flag. How about it? Dakota Wyatt from Natchitoches, Louisiana is going to win it in 15X over Taylor Carver.
I'll tell you what.
On the pole, it'll be the 18, not the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, but it's going to be Jerry Jones in 18. Outside of the 86 is Ruston, Louisiana's Outlaw Chassis Paul Martin. Inside of 2, it's Bobby Jordan. Top 4 finisher at the TMS World Dirt Track Championship, Jonathan Scott in 515, or the 51S. The 2014 Cajun Classic champ. In the deuce, it's Adam Roy from Red Lick, Texas. Outside of Adam, it'll be the 72 of the Elysian Fields Texas racer David Dowler. Joel Ball, he'll be in the B1. Jason Gaines in the 94 XX. Oh, and we got one around at the top of turn number 4. B1, that's Joel Ball. Got that car from Steak Sauce Heath Wilson. Jason Gaines in the 94 XX. Ricky Sessions in the BMF chassis. Number 7, Ralph Harton 17. Nick. As we head off into 1 and 2, Jerry Jones. It's the same Jerry Jones promoted the Chatham Raceway several years ago. You know, maybe? Yeah, I think it's the same Jerry Jones. Like I said, not the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, obviously, off of 4. He's got the race lead, though, in 18. Give it to him. Jerry Jones with the race lead in 18, but look out, he's got company in the form of the police chief, Bobby Jordan from Texarkana. And here comes Sessions. Ricky Sessions says, I would like to take a session here, up here for the top spot, and off of 4, he's about to have the race lead. That BMF Racing Chassis red bone bodies number 7 is going to take over the top spot momentarily off the exit of turn number 2, headed down the back straightaway. He's got it. Jones will sit down and take a seat for him. And he'll fight back to the outside. He said he's got a pretty good view from up here. Alpha 4, Sessions, your leader in 7. 3 in the books, 7 to go here at Ark-La-Tex and heat race number 9 for the factory stocks. Here for the 12th annual Cajun Classic, and here comes Joel Ball rolling the outside, and it's working good. Look out. Oh! Joel Ball was trying to fit it to the outside, all that real estate that he found to the outside of the 18 of Jones that last time by. Jones came up, squeezed him, and nearly ruined Joel Ball's night fast. A Ball fight to his inside, who says, well, if I can't go to the outside of you, I'll go right to the inside. Thank you very much. And he'll slide up and take that second spot away. But Jones has other plans. He'll go to the bottom. He'll smash on the loud pedal. Not enough. Ball goes to second. Joel Ball to second. Ricky Sessions, your leader. Ball jumps the cushion, though. Third, it's still Jones. He's in the clutches of the Outlaw Chassis. Best in your power, number 10, the driver who finished 4th. And the TMS World Dirt Track Championship, and he also finished a solid top 5 at Boot Hills, King of the Hill. Bobby Jordan out of Texarkana. Bobby Jordan's been really good this year. Secretly good. Not sure if you've noticed that, Bill, how good the 10 of Bobby Jordan's been. Been very secret. Very smooth racer. He kind of lets the race come to him. Right now, Ricky Sessions let it come to him, and he's come all the way from 9th in this one to the point.
He's fast.
Yeah, he's real fast.
Really tough to beat.
He's got Redbone over there in the pit area jumping up and down. He's got to be hooping and hollering, happy for that Redbone bodied BMF chassis number 7 machine for the white flag out for Sessions. Second is the driver out of Northeast Louisiana, Joel Ball. Yeah, Farmerville, Louisiana, of course. A face full of checkered flags going to go to the Argyle Texan. It'll go to Ricky Sessions in 7, who's always ran very well here at the Classic. Second will go to Joel Ball, the B1. 18
outside. The L2 is going to be Chad Payro. He had a good run in this car at Boot Hill a couple weeks ago. Jimmy Bird's in car number 15. TJ Evans is in the 215. Justin Cook in 99Z. Wesley Langley in car number 44. And Chad Callender in the 1C. They're 3 wide in the middle of turn 2.
Well, you got gotta love the real estate Gene Border can provide here at this speed plant.
Hadaway is the meat in the sandwich again. This time in turn 4, and a rub. I don't think he was real happy with the Paul Lopez car there on that first lap.
Big Bird.
Look at Justin Cook in the 99 car. Justin Cook is flying through this field.
There's 2 Justin Cooks here tonight. Sorry. We got a Jason Cook who was in the first heat race tonight. Bill Kitchen, correct. Justin Cook, who usually drives the Flying Zero car.
He started this race.
Lights are,
Randy Wheeler tried to time it, didn't quite get it right, or maybe it doesn't make any difference. Justin Cook might just have that good a car tonight. Got a good battle for second now as Jimmy Bird takes over the runner-up spot from Randy Wheeler. And here comes TJ Evans up to fourth. And Chad Callender making a good run, gets it up to 5th place. Remember Chad started well back in this field. Dead last, 11th.
I was about to say, I just remember Chad Callender in general. I mean, there's a guy who won many races, Bill, over at the old Webster or Champion Park Speed Plant, where the Walkers closed the doors on it. He was a regular over there. He had Ryan Burke behind the wheel of his cars back in 2010. Burke picked up 6 victories in his machines that season. It's great to see guys like Chad Callender back. Chad's a wheelman, and he's a great guy as well. So right now, Justin Cook driving the Whidden Motorsports 99Z leads the way over Big Bird, Jimmy Bird, the Carthage Texan. And third, Randy Wheeler, the former 171 Speedway Leesville track champion. TJ Evans traded up with that IRP with Sean Graham. And he's won twice in that new IRP factory stock. 2 to go. Your top 5 rounds out with the driver we were just talking about, Adam and Chad Callender.
Cars are pretty evenly spaced at the moment. Will we get a move anywhere here in this top 5? Maybe Chad Callender might get 4 quarts over. The white flag's in the air. Callender and TJ Evans going at it here for the 4th position. Every pass important in a 147 car field. You need every one of them passing points. And Callender, after a little bump, a little rough between the two, they're going to come off turn 4 side by side. Chad Callender will get the 4th spot.
The Timberlawn Speedway in 2016. I'll keep your eyes on Skeet. And inside of row number 3, the most consistent driver in the history of the Cajun Classic, and the 2011 winner, Doug Vick Jr. out of Vivian in 4. Timothy Holt out of McLeod, Texas in the 42, best engine-powered entry. Sean Graham in the hot chassis and tough break from the McLeod, Texan. Timothy Holt broke on the start, did not get going. Sean Graham, oh, look out, Sean. He got in there a little hot and heavy. Looked like he was about to get into the 4 car of Vick Jr. there. Into turn number 3, slinging it in. They're going 3 wide to the inside of Amundsen. Hard to tell. It looks like maybe that's the 15 of Jason Lang. Jason Lang, I don't know. Jason Lang showing up looking like it's getting wild up front right now, though. I don't know what to say about Lang, but right now it's Vick Jr. It's Sean Graham, and Vick Jr.'s in the wall. Oh, and down the front straightaway, Jason Gore and Trace Smitherman, and Sean Graham says, "Thank you very much," and he'll take over the race lead. That Triple X rocket just rocketed to the top spot. He got the Walmart special. 2 for the price of 1. Thank you very much. This car went to victory lane here on July the 3rd, the day of the Doug Murphy Memorial, with Craig Oakes behind the wheel. And that's when Justin Whitehead threw a fastball to the bottom of 1 and 2 on the final lap to try to get that win, and came up short. and it was Craig Oaks in victory lane. Sean Graham, though, the first time in his career that he's ever swept a night in 2 classes, came at Boot Hill Speedway last month when he won in the limited modified for the 2nd week in a row in his new IRP limited modified chassis. And he also won in this hot chassis, formerly number 91 car. It was driven by Craig Oaks out of Jonesville. The first time in his career he swept the night over at Boot Hill. That was a month ago, like I said. Graham's looked very good in this car since debuting this RaceOnTexas.com entry. RaceOnTexas.com, a proud sponsor and participant of the 33-car 3-wide start of the 3rd annual Race of Champions. The best factory stock winners out of the region, all thrown into one race for bragging rights and for a $1,000 payday. And a lot of contingency sponsors. And Sean Graham, telling you, he's having a hard time, Bill, getting into 1 and 2. It looked like that time the car upset itself so much I thought he broke momentarily, but we'll see what happens here with 3 laps to go.
They're starting to get a few ruts over there at the top of turn 1, but not surprising after all the rain.
He'll change his approach much differently that time. You see Vic Jr. kind of hit it that time. You want to talk about the shoes in this race? You got last Saturday night's winner of Boot Hill, Cody Tupper, who is second to last. You got Cowboy Blanchard back there. Little John Tuggle, a former Ark-La-Tex championship winner here.
Jason Lang.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Rocked out of a couple of spots just then. Here comes Puryear on the inside.
Yeah, the battle for second right now, though.
Brandon Puryear done.
The 2014 runner-up to Adam Roy in the Cajun Classic main event is off the pace, off the exit of 2, and he may draw a caution, and he will. Lights are out. Here we go. Sean Graham going to try to hold on, though, with 2, a green-white checkered restart. Smitherman and Vic Jr. have absolutely been going at it since the drop of the green flag during that last green flag run, and here comes Skeet, and here comes Little John. The 2012, the John Harvey Toyota Ark-La-Tex Championship winner, Little John Tuggle's into the mix now, and he wants to give number 4 some company, and he does, and it takes that spot away. He puts car 4 back to 4th, and Vic Jr. says, "No, you don't, Tuggle." My goodness, he drove that car deep. Skeet Amundsen couldn't capitalize. Final time through turns 3 and 4. Car 4 is going to finish 4th with Vic Jr., Little John Tuggle second, third, or Smitherman second, and your winner goes to Trouble Sean Graham out of Shreveport, your winner of factory stock heat race number 11.
Lee Carver, and from Haughton, Louisiana, car number 20, Jared Clark. Here we go.
Into 1. Look at this. Oh, my. They try to go fan out and go 3 different lanes wide. Jared Clark just got a really good move and got around 3 of them off a 2 down the back straightaway. He just shot out of a rifle. Looking to get around the other 20 is Sexton. And in the 3, the 97 got in hot and heavy, got into Robinette. And everybody looks to avoid it, and the caution's already out. We provided some great racing, and that's what matters the most, I think, at this point. The lights are out. We're back on our way. And Robinette, and that's not...
And Brandon Brown is not out there anymore. Or yeah, he is. I think it's his car. That is number 32 on the outside.
Can I say this?
Yep.
I hope my dad tightened them lug nuts. Off of 4. Oh, Steve Ward.
Lee Carver in the 42, Jason Eagles in the 16.
Look at
Jason Eagles is going to make a dive to the bottom.
It is tighter than the top string on a Texas fiddle, Bill. Oh, my goodness gracious.
You've got 7 really good racers out there right now, let me tell you.
Steve Ward in the big body number 50, and here comes Carver with the slider. He's got the race lead in 42. Remember the last time the 42 of Lee Carver was here? And you know what? My mistake a moment ago. It was Lee Carver and Justin Whitehead who got together again at Timberline last weekend after what happened here in Vivian last time. Lee messaged me, though, said had no factor or anything to do with what happened here. So they're good friends.
The original 10th place starter of this race is just checked out. And Jason Ingalls is, man, I'll tell you what, those 5 guys, Robinette, Sexton, Ward, Mooborn, and Ingalls, Brandon Brown got the best seat in the house watching that.
Oh, the 20 tries to slide up on Rebel Ward, and Steve says, I'll have none of
wide.
it. Yeah, baby, 4 wide. Jason Eagles and Hennigan's number 16 this weekend. And he'll
4
slide.
wide, and Jason closed his eyes because he knew he was going to get Thor slammed. But he's going to pull away in the 4th position. So we got Robinette, Sexton, and Ingalls now. 2nd through 4th. Carver's gone. Check him out.
Yeah, Carver is gone with the win. In the words of Well, he's doing his best Patrick Swayze impression because he is dirty dancing out front tonight. He is gone. Well, now Dustin Robinette occupies second. Robinette, one of the more aggressive racers in this sport in the area, is about to be in the clutches of the Oklahoma racer to that SRT chassis number 20 of Sexton. Sexton trying for a run, can't find it. The 16 of Ingalls in tow. Their top 4 are well in hand. Your leader is just gone.
Oh, Steve Ward just went up in smoke. We're going to go yellow. It's coming up right after that.
Can Lee Carver hold on for 4 more? He's been the class of the field in this one, and a lot of people.
Oh, man, I tell you what.
Oh, my goodness.
This has been a rough heat race.
Yeah, Sexton just got railroaded.
Brian Mewborn deliberately taking out Nathan Sexton.
Brian Mewborn just did something that I don't expect Brian to do, especially
I'll tell you what, they
not in his own race car.
Good, because that dude took a lick right there.
That's an SRT chassis. 4 to go. Can we get it done? I think so. 5 cars to settle the score for 4 laps.
We're going to put one in the wall and start here.
And Dustin Robinette had to be the bad dog and no biscuit, didn't he? I think Brian Mewborn might be waiting on that 20. Heck. That's not good. That's not a good combination. Robinette. Well, it'll be on the RaceOn Texas cameras, but I'll tell you this. It's nothing to it, man. These guys are racing for $5,000 this weekend,
How about Jason Ingalls battling for second here with coming around for 2 laps to go. Ingalls and Sexton side by side.
Now, if Sexton gets into Ingalls, then, boy, he can't have a 3-way tango over there hooked up on him, can he?
He'll need an escort back to Oklahoma.
He better brought the Oklahoma City Thunder with him. I actually like these Sexton guys. They're very good guys.
Oh, yeah.
Into 3. The white flag. Oh, I know, Bill. It's just all in good fun speculation. And you know what? Lee Carver has put the whooping on these guys so bad in this race that they need to go to his trailer and find out what the heck just happened.
Sexton up the racetrack. Ingalls will take over second, so we're going to have 10th to first and 9th to second.
And when's the last...
All said is done. All said is done.
Sorry to step on your toes. Lee Carver wins it by a mile, but when's the last time that Jason Ingalls has driven a Chris Hennigan-built race car with a 16 on the side to Victor Lane? I don't think it's ever happened, but how about that? Septic, Jones Septic, 36J. Josh Daugherty, Derek Lewis, the lights are out. 10 laps, here we go. Whitehead's going to start 9th in this one. Can he work his way to the front? Kind of a silly question. Jeff Lewis tries to get clearance in a 1 and 2, looking for it. Bubba Jones will shoot to the race lead to the inside in 21. Bubba Jones digging at the low side of the Ark-La-Tex Speedway as he approaches turn number 3. This time by. It'll be 1 scored with 21 of Bubba Jones, and Whitehead just got contact from strain. Justin Whitehead just got some heavy contact to the left front from the 04 of strain, and now Whitehead's going to fight to the inside of the car that he drove from 25th to 2nd down at the 5,000 to win Battle of the Swamp down at Leesville several months ago. Smooth waters as a pair of best engine outlaw chassis. They make some contact there on the front straightaway, the 36J and the 32A. But Whitehead gets the best of him. Now he'll set his sights on the 16 of Beasley. Best battle on the racetrack right here for the 4th spot. In 3rd, it's the 3S of MJ Scott. But right now, Jeff Lewis, who has beaten Bubba Jones down on his home racetrack, Sabine Motor Speedway, over the last several years. But of course, Manny shut down early. Oh, and Lewis got in hot and heavy. Woo! That could have been nasty. Jeff Lewis, the wily veteran racer from Houghton, Louisiana, been racing since back when he was 16 years old at Boot Hill Speedway. Jeff hasn't raced a whole lot here in Vivian over the last few years as we got one around in 1 and 2, but he'll keep it strolling and rolling. No harm, no foul, clean and green we stay. Lewis has heavy smoke coming out of the right front of the 40. He's just going to try to limp and hang on. But it looks like the smoke is thickening and thickening on the 40. And it may be before too long, and that car may be expired. Yeah, he's got a major tire rub. The right front. Jeff Lewis is struggling right now, folks. He's got a tire going down, and MJ Scott's about to capitalize. Lewis is just trying to hold on for 3 more laps.
Boy, and he won't open the door for Justin Whitehead. Now it's...
and a slider. Scott turns back down underneath him, Bill.
Well, he made a real good move right there, taking advantage of Jeff Lewis's flat tire.
He's so good at that. He's very good at taking advantage of a wounded duck. I've seen him do it many times in lap traffic. So Whitehead all the way from 9th to 2nd. MJ Scott 5th to 3rd. Bubba Jones 4th to the lead. And he'll see this time by with a white flag coming out from Kenny's, over the Kenny's towing flag stand from Kenny Crawford himself. Alva 2 down the back straightaway for the final time. Justin Whitehead still 2nd. MJ Scott 3rd. Beasley 4th. Strain 5th. Daughtery 6th. 7th. It's the 98. Final time off of 4. A face full of checkered flag. Provençal, Louisiana's Bubba Jones wins it in an express chassis number 21. The 36J of Justin Whitehead will grab 2nd. The 5-time Cajun Classic winner. And MJ Scott will grab a 3rd.
This car. 177 is Jared Gray. 99 is Mark Underwood. Wesley Bodie in the 124 and Aaron Roy in the 35.
The 81.
Modified heat race. Michael Robertson already in the lead.
The C's parted right there for him, Bill. The 81 and the 4R got together, and Robertson just went right behind the K9, barking like a big dog. Of course, Robertson forming an alliance with Joe Mafus.
Ricky Ingles and Kiner side by side. Ricky Ingles will pull ahead into the 3rd spot. Here comes Aaron Roy from the back.
Aaron Roy having the best season in his career, Bill Kitchen. No doubt about that. He has come from the tail to win a heat race 3 times over at his home racetrack at Timberline this year. And look at the run for Kyle Ingles in the 3 on his good friend Robertson. Maybe does he have anything for Michael Robertson in this 12-lap affair? Kyle's coming. A pair of 81s are marching in.
Kyle Ingles is the fast Ingles so far this evening. He's putting the heat on Michael Robertson. And the caution's going to wait.
Sure is. Ricky, I'm telling you, the 1996 Super Champion,
Influence.
He can still get it done like he did 21 years ago in a late model.
Influence, not relationship.
Right now, you have 4 IRP race cars running 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the Express chassis up front leading the way. Side by side for a second, and here comes Ingles trying to clear Kyle, and he did not. Look out, Kyle. And Rapid Roy from Red Lake's going to try to capitalize and get around the 81 of Ricky Ingles, but Ricky powers down the back straightaway in the 3. A little bit of horsepower, a little bit of speed here, Bill. It's pretty exciting here. Off of 4, Michael Robertson, your leader in K9. Michael Robertson was leading down at Leesville 2 weeks ago and had a sizable advantage over Adam Willis and broke a motor coming to the white flag. He was able to coast to a 2nd place finish. He's had a lot of motor problems since winning here in Vivian. The battle for 2nd is very good right now, though. It's all Ricky Ingles holding off Rapid Roy in the North Star Investment Group Presto Magic Link DE wrap number 35 IRP chassis. Dad built the motors out of their shop out of Red Lake, Texas, the Roy Performance Power. Robertson chill, trying to find the fast line. He's right around the hub, or through the center, while everybody else is right, or Ingles is on the top, and Roy through the middle. Catching him, Bill.
Slowly reeling in the K9.
Robertson's got a...
Both of them are. We're going to have a 3-way battle for the lead here. And they're coming around for 5 laps to go, and here comes Ricky Ingles. Yeah,
Ingles is about to blow the doors off of Michael Robertson. He's about to make the Iceman very, very hot. Unless Robertson was playing a little conservative, a lot of times when you're out front, you don't necessarily know where you need to set the pace, and you don't know where the quickest line on the track is. The last win Robertson won here was right around the hub where he's at right now, so he may have the car set up the way he did the last time out here. Car still appears to be running in under decent power. I thought maybe for a moment he may have been losing something, but not the case.
Underwood's going to bring out the caution. He comes to a halt on the back straightaway.
Let's see if Rapid Roy has something up his sleeve.
Jared Wallace is up there in the thick of this now.
Superman can live up to the moniker. And how about where Wesley Bodie's come?
Yeah, he started dead last year, or 10th anyway.
Yeah, and
10th to 3rd. At the moment.
He was trying to take over third, Dylan. I think he's got third, as a matter of fact, off of 4. Give it to him. He wants second from Rapid Roy now. Wesley Bodie has really come a long way in his racing program, that 124. Showed up in 2016 with a nice, fresh wrap. You know, prior to this season, he didn't show up with the best-looking race car, showing that, you know, when you're new to this sport, you don't always come out with the prettiest race cars. You try to have some fun, learn it. It's inevitable that Wesley Bodie is ready to compete in this class full-time and show that he's got something for these guys. 2 to go this time by the flag stand for Uncle Ricky Ingles. Ingles leads the herd in a 1 and 2 with Rapid Roy stalking his tire tracks. It's not over yet. 1.5 laps to go, and Rapid Roy's ready to pounce. He smells blood in the water right now. But this time it's 2 to go. The lap counter seems to be 1 off, so my mistake, race fans. For those of you who are watching on RaceOn Texas On Demand, our lap counter sits in turn 3. And the white flag officially this time coming out of the BTS powered Ark-La-Tex operating Tidwell Motorsports number 81 of Uncle Ricky Ingles with a Rapid Roy in hot pursuit. He is right there. A little bobble right here through 3 and 4 could open up the door, but it will not. Off of 4, your winner goes to Uncle Ricky Ingles in 81 in Longview, Texas. Followed Saturday, he won his first ever limited start here back in July. Cody Tupper in 23 alongside Dylan Spear from Marshall. The front row freight train, Brandon Ball in B17. Brent Tidwell in 20. Brent Tidwell back. Good to see that. Good to see Brent's back. I don't see him on the racetrack, though, unfortunately. Ingles gets the whole shot off a dude down the back straightaway. It could be Ricky and Jason who sweep the heats here tonight. But off of 4. Oh, look out, Wild Child, right in front. That was a nice move by the B17 of Ball to avoid him. That'll pay dividends for Brandon McLeod. He'll go back to the original pole spot in 27. Here we go. Off of 4, leading lap number 1 of this 14-lap limited modified heat race number 2 affair. Those are racing Jason Ingles, who made that bold pass on John O. Whittington and won the $2,000 Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship at Boot Hill Speedway just a few weeks ago. It was a wild one. You can see it all on RaceOnTexas.com on the on-demand section. Go and look for it. You can find most of the races from there this year, as well as Lone Star, and quite a few from Timberline, and nearly every race from Ark-La-Tex Speedway in 2016, minus the first 4 events. But into 1. The freight train from Farmerville is reeled in. The driver in second, the Spears on the gas 22 Magnum of Dylan Spear. The Marshall Texan rolls the outside of the racetrack. He's going to live by the cushion right now with the freight train. The reigning Cookie Smith Memorial winner makes some contact there, it looked like, with the left rear quarter of the 22 mag of Dylan Spear. Spear will fire another bullet off of 2 and into turn number 3 and separates himself. It's IRP race cars running 1, 2, 3 right now. A pair of RaceOnTexas.com competitors run 1 and 3. With Brandon McLeod running in the 4th spot with Cody Tupper 5th respectively. Cody Tupper, of course, the night Super was here. He won his first ever limited modified main event and his first ever limited modified start. This young man has been very, very impressive in what he's been able to do in his young racing career. Won last week at Boot Hill on the factory stock, which made his second there this season. And he's also the reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner. And he rides back in 6th, still 5th. It's the Wild Child. 4th, it's Brandon Ball. 2nd, the 22 Magnum of Dylan Spear, a factory stock transplant. And racing Jason Ingles, the former Tootsie Smith Memorial winner, a former Amarillo Nationals winner. What hasn't he done, ladies and gentlemen? Jason Ingles is setting a torrid pace up front over his fellow IRP chassis competitors. Ball all over to the inside of the 22. They're side by side off of 4. Door to door, a little bit of contact. Actually, I don't think they touched it all through lap traffic there. So door to door for the 2nd spot off the exit of turn number 2 down the max straightaway. Dylan Spear, the Marshall Texan, holding off. The freight train from Farmerville, and the slide job is coming because you know that that's his trademark move, but Spear not giving him the clearance he's looking for. Boy, you know Spear's got to be a little bit nervous right now racing with the B17 of Ball. As we've seen Ball throw some pretty wild sliders this year. None too reckless. But I would say that he and Aaron Roy raced each other with reckless abandon over at Timberline Speedway earlier this season. With Ball getting the best of Roy. But Roy ended up coming back and getting a victory over Ball later on. So Ball still in hot pursuit, stalking the tire tracks of the 22 Magnum of Dylan Spear. Spear is yet to let up and make a bobble to allow the B17 to get by, and the white flag is out for racing. Jason Ingalls into one. Jason Ingalls and Uncle Ricky. Uncle Ricky Ingalls already won his heat race in the 81. And off of 4, the RaceOnTexas.com, TNS Quality Service, Matco Tool by Bradley's IRP Chassis, PTS Power number 12, races Jason Ingalls, your heat race number 2 winner of the Limited Mods.
Second Beasley.
Bubba Jones.
Laps. Here we go.
Bubba Jones will be the first driver to sweep both of his heats tonight. Watch it happen. He's going to slide job the field into 1 and 2. Literally.
He just had a hood or
the breeze out, though.
Go flying.
But he got the second before they could get off the exit.
Make up row 2. Tyler Gibson, Chris Franks in row 3. Brian McHenry and Bubba Jones.
Yep.
Back there in row 4. Jason Beasley rounding out the field. Still 10 laps to go.
Yeah, Lou Lyles was third here in 2012. Justin Whitehead, the winner, and Brian Mewern, who finished second that year. A wild start there. Look out, Lou. Look out, McKnight in the 12. And yep, I saw that coming a mile away.
There goes the wheel cover. There goes everything.
And Bubba Jones he got a little bit of that pie.
Tyler Gibson and Brian McHenry getting the worst of it there. I think Lou's gonna fix that this time. He ran him down the berm first. That's one way to do it.
Bubba Jones just has to be patient in this race. He took no prisoners on those first 2 laps. It was the second. Look at him go down the back chute. He's the third.
So Lou Lyles, your leader, McKnight, is second. Bubba Jones with the Express Race Car factory stock. Around goes Utrall.
Bubba Jones making a 3-wide move at the start of that one, and there he goes looking for his second heat race win of the evening. McHenry trying to get around Chris Franks on the inside of the racetrack, and now he's beside Beasley. That's a battle for 4th. McKnight trying to hold off Beasley and company there. Lou Lyles hanging on to second. Bubba Jones trying to check out with 7 laps to go. Battle for third, turn 1. Jason Beasley taking a peek to the inside of the 12M, and here comes McHenry making it a 3-car fight. Looking, trying to find a way around the 12M. Chris Franks has got a timing issue in the 48 car. 48 car is dying at the top of turn number 1. And that looks like a caution in the making right there. Lyles second. They're still battling it out in third.
Bubba Jones has had a healthy
Cruising.
command in this one. With 4 to
Cruising
go.
in this one. The rest of the fields had their hands full.
Look at this Chris McKnight
Oh,
just
McKnight
dunked.
got into Lyles. Turned him.
That looked pretty. I don't want to hurt anybody else's chances.
No, McKnight won't be scored for the rest of this one, as he got the black flag the second time. Jones, Jason Beasley, Brian McHenry, and Lou Lyles coming around for 2 to go.
Bubba Jones told me last night, Bill, that when he got to town, he said that I was really hoping we were going to have practice. I ain't driven in 4 months. I think I forgot how. I said, you don't ever forget how, man. It's like riding a bike. As much success as he's had in his career in a factory stock, especially over the last several years, knowing he's just pulling your leg. A jokester is the driver of car number 21, but boy, is he taking the field.
Tell you what, McHenry's going to make one last peek here for the battle for second as they race down into turn number 3. Can he pull it off?
Well, he's no joke tonight. He'll win both of his heats and become the first driver to do it in the first heat of the second round. Bubba Jones. It looks like the 5 of Paul Lopez will, though. The orange 5, he's there. Phil Hadaway in the 1. The lights are out. Here we go. 10 laps the distance, race fans. The green is out. Oh, my goodness gracious, look out. Hard wreck on the front straightaway, and it could have been, well, yep, it was bad. And, yeah, you got to get the caution out on that one.
Heat 1 was rough in this drum, but maybe we're okay now.
It's the only reason why I felt the need to justify the fact that these guys were racing extra hard in the second round. And you may see a few more cautions because, let's be honest, this is it for them. Like, tomorrow they got Alphabet Subas. They're 3 wide for the 4 spot. Off and do down the back straightaway. Bill Kitchen. Smooth Waters fades out. And here comes Sessions, the Argyle Texan.
I got to watching Greg Atwood in that first round. Greg Atwood's racing pretty good tonight.
He's racing like it's Boot Hill Speedway back in 1990, isn't he? Into 1. Love Atwood. Of course. You're absolutely right. Smooth got in there a little hot, but hey, showed some respect to Atwood in the 101A, the D-Berry Texas racer in the blue and yellowed 101A. There are 3 different lanes wide for the race lead. Right now it's troubleshot game up front on the RaceOnTexas.com. Hot chassis number 91. He's got a WCH power plant underneath the hood, built by Jamie Wells out of Dallas, Texas. Look at this, Bill. Fanned out 3 different lanes wide off of Ford. Atwood had to get out of it. It looked a lot more exciting before you looked up. Look at this. They're 3 wide at the tail. They're doing it over the race lead, and Ricky Sessions going to take over the top spot. Oh, Sean Graham had just lost the motor. Did you just see that? Something bad happened, though. Either that was the nastiest backfire. That thing blew a lot. No. They can hear that on RaceOn Texas, but they know it's just a kid. He knows it's just a joke.
That it backfired.
It's running fine still, but I've never seen. Of course, they don't run headers, but I haven't seen a car just going green here at Ark-La-Tex in heat race number 2 of the night.
That's the best way to get us back to green flag racing. Try to interview a driver. Here we go. Ricky Sessions,
10th. So Sean Graham here, I'll tell you what, Ricky Sessions has been very good tonight. I'm not sure if you saw Derek. Didn't necessarily bring you up here for your full insight, but did you see that puff of flame out of Sean Graham's Triple X there before that last caution? Can you tell me maybe what that could have been?
I just maybe detonation or backfire. I was like you. I thought it popped it, but it's a number of different things.
You never know. I just thought I'd ask a racer because, hey, you know more about this stuff as far as mechanical woes go. And how about the D-Berry Texas racer Greg Atwood tonight? He's up to 2nd, looking pretty good. And here comes McNeil, the Dallas-Fort Worth area racer. He'll shoot to the outside of Sean Graham. I'll tell you what, Sean Graham's car, though, since that mishap or whatever happened in the turn 3, 4 laps ago, that car's power is just faded, it seems. But it's coming back to him now. Yeah, you saw a puff of smoke, but it's to him enough where he's able to keep the 189 at base. Smooth Waters back in 5th, Paul Lopez 6th. Remember, Paul Lopez came from a D through a C through a B all the way to the A here 3 years ago. The Ark-La-Tex and Ricky Sessions is the one setting a tour pace up front. A little bit of contact between Sean Graham and Atwood. Graham gets into Atwood, and if Atwood keeps strolling, it may pay dividends, but the caution. Best of luck to you, Derek. I just wanted to talk with you, man. Best of luck in your second round of heats, my friend.
Thank you, buddy.
Derek Daniel, D-Rock, the 2007 track champion. Just thought I'd get a word with him on what the track conditions were like there in the first round and what he expected out of his car. He's got a brand new machine and looks pretty good as we're going door to door for the race lead. Bill Kitchen, Justin McNeil. He was in fourth, by golly, for that last
Justin
run.
going for some passing points here with the white flag out.
Yep, my hand's in the air and I'm waving it like I got the white flag in my hand.
That was a dead heat.
Yep, the 7 of Sessions would have won it by half of a cat's whisker. And he'll roll the hub.
Sessions says, "Oh no, you don't. I've led this thing, and you ain't getting by me now."
Sessions has been so good all night.
Crossover move.
Here he comes, Bill. He does.
Here, look here.
You call it. McNeil's gonna get it. How about that? And Ricky Sessions says, "Oh no."
First round, back here in row 4. Now row 3. Maybe in row 2 by the time we get to the flag.
Yeah, McEachern got a good start, but that
heat race 3. Here we go.
McEachern doesn't get quite the restart that he was looking for, but they're 4 wide down the front straightaway. McEachern around the hub and the 0. Look at him go. He's digging, Bill. Look at him. He's making gains.
Yeah, McEachern making a good move there. It's Jimmy Bird scooting out front, Corp second, Brandon Ball in third. Here comes McEachern.
That bottom side's working very well right now. They're 3 wide for third off the exit of turn number 4. But Flores fades, and now that means he's door-to-door with the 17 to Cole Trickle. Or Brandon Ball. They're 3 wide for second here momentarily. Oh, and there went some debris off the 17.
Yeah, we got some debris.
Caution is back out.
Maybe.
Well, it should be, and it will be. As soon as they see it, track official caught it. And there it is. Just hopefully none of these guys run it over and cut down a tire. And he picked up a pair down at Sabine. He beat Bubba Jones head up this year as well. But that hot chassis just hasn't been up to par quite tonight. One thing I'd say, Luke Grace has not raced here very much in his career either. Definitely not in the factory stock.
Here comes McEachern. He got right to the outside of Bird as they battle side by side.
He's got it.
And McEachern looking for 2 heat race wins on the night.
Bubba Jones, the only driver to sweep and win both of his heat races so far tonight. Bubba McEachern looking to do it as well. Bubba McEachern could become this weekend the second driver from the state of Louisiana to ever win the Cajun Classic after Doug Vick Jr. did it in the 2011 season. Since then, it's been all Texas. Back into 1 and 2. Off the exit of turn number 2. McEachern has separated himself. Everybody right now, Bill, the top 4 are separated by the same distance as they approach
the 21 car, Jimmy Gore, because he started this race in the 11th spot. Currently, he's running in the 6th spot. They're side by side in front of him. He can get to 4th pretty quickly here. Here he goes for 5th right now, but he had to check up.
Bubba McEachern has not lacked confidence in this 2016 season from the get-go. He's had a lot of confidence from some strong early season performances that have really carried and catapulted him into a great season, the best season in his young career. Began racing these factory stock full body style cars at the old Champion Park or Webster Speedway, just like his family did. His Aunt Sherry Collins, his dad Michael McEachern, and Uncle Stevie McEachern. It's a racing family, and that young kid has just been able to get the job done. And he's got that crewed off race car with the help from Donovan Owens and F1 Powers. And look out, Bubba through lap traffic.
Working that lap car, got down in the rough up a little bit.
Yeah, 2 to go. His advantage is sizable enough, though, over Big Bird, Jimmy Bird, who rides second. Still Ball, still 3rd and 4th. It's Tracy Corp over Vic Case in the C7, who's 5th. The white flag this time by at the flag stand for Minden, Louisiana's the hero in the 0, young gun Bubba McEachern.
Here comes Gore to the outside of Case. Battle for 5th. That's the only battle in top 5 right now. But his final lap.
Your winner of heat race number 3 tonight. It goes to the young gun, Bubba McEachern, all the way from 7th to take the win. He's the second. Tiffany Welsh of 58. The lights are out. 10 laps. Here we go. Jonathan Beckett in the 0. The Texarkana native got a really good start and they go 3 wide. Look at Ralph Hart. Ralph Hart in the 17. Showing he's got some heart tonight, Bill. Never seen that 17 car fire like that. And Brandon Rowland from Nashville is already off the pace, headed to the Elvis Presley Heartbreak Hotel. Boy, Beckett bobbled
Ralph
big.
Hart took it in deep, didn't he? Beckett's got the momentum. They put a solid bumper on the back of the 17 car.
That's what I call a shot in the shorts. And Beckett says, I'll just go ahead and pull your skirt off here into 1. They'll go to his, oh my goodness. That
3
got
wide,
close.
4 wide,
Yeah.
coming off turn number 2.
Why not, Bill?
There's the grocery getter on the outside. There's
The land.
that McNeil down there on the bottom.
And look at Cody Myers just fitted in. Look at Cody Myers got the Walmart special off of 4. Cody Myers just got 3 for the price of 1. Maybe it was 2, but it looked good while he did it. And here he comes. He may get the grocery getter for it's all said and done. Cody Myers is rolling on the outside off the exit of 2. Approaching turn number 3. Carver to the inside of Hart. Myers in tow. Door for 3rd. Off of 4, your leader. Still Joe Ball in V1. I'll tell you what, the 40 of Taylor Carver sponsored by Hootie Cackle Collision. He better pull out a
They
bait.
just blew the doors off of Ralph
Yeah,
Hart to get
well.
third. Rob that fixed to follow suit.
Yeah, and Cody Myers too. Cody Myers to the outside. Marusak pushing the 175 of Myers into 1. Ralph Hart still hugging the hub though. And boy, he's stinking like an anchor, like he got sucked out of the draft at Daytona.
Yeah, that outside lane's starting to take off up there.
This is interesting though. You've got Myers and Marusak going at it, and here for 2nd and 3rd spot, you've got the 0 of Beckett, but then you got Carver rolling the inside of the racetrack to his inside. There's still something down there, Bill. Carver's showing you that there is.
There is.
I mean, right where that black line ends, there's a lane and there's a lane up above it. I always say the cream typically rises to the top here. And right now, some of the cream is not risen. Dustin Robinette is mired at the tail. The 85 of JT. Tiffany Welch, after a flawless earlier heat race showing, is mired at the tail as well. Dodor for 2nd into 1. Carver, who has not quite had an easy sail to victory tonight in either of his races. He's had to earn it, and he's had to battle for him. This time the white flag is out for Joel Ball from Farmerville, and they're closing in on him, Bill. Look at this, in the 1. The 0 of Beckett closed the gap into 1, but Joel Ball much better off the exit of turn number 2. The car may be losing handling late, but it's not going to matter.
Left 2x2 on the outside. Here comes Carver.
Oh, Carver got him by half of a cat's whisker for 2nd, but Joel Ball's going to take the win
Tonight.
Tough break for Marcus Cottle. Not sure why he wasn't able to make it for the 1st heat or the 2nd. But a driver who has been one of the most consistent ever in this event, made 9 of the 11 Cajun Classics formerly contested. Looks
TJ
like
Evans is your race leader. Strain 2nd there. Side by side for 3rd, side by side for 5th. Rodney Howe trying to hold off Marinelli and try to get 2nd away from Strain.
Marinelli had a really good car in that 1st set there, Bill. Let's see what happens here as he tries to hunt down the 3S of Howell. And Strain, who's ran well here in the past, holds on the 2nd off of 4, but Evans up front of that IRP chassis.
Little
Shields is
3 wide
door-to-door.
action into 1. That bottom's not quite sticking good for Marinelli, but in the middle's doing quite well for Rodney Howe. Thank you very much. Howe will take 2nd. Marinelli trying to take 3rd.
DJ Evans still your leader. Of course, he won one of those dual factory stock nights over at Lone Star a month ago or so when he traded with Sean Graham. Sean Graham got a victory in that IRP chassis factory stock on June the 18th, the night of the 5,000 win Battle of Boot Hill. So TJ Evans has really benefited from that trade, as well as Sean, because Sean won 2 straight limited modified main events over at the Hill. But right now, here we are in Vivian, and debris at the top of turn number 1 is gonna maybe possibly draw the caution, and we'll see. because it's kind of out of the racing groove. I don't see a guy getting way up there in the cushion unless they hop the cushion.
I think it's just a plastic bumper.
It's on
cover.
Kenny's mind.
Just a plastic bumper cover, I think.
Yeah, nothing. It's not metal or anything. So we'll stay green. Let's see if Howell has something. He's running down Evans here, Bill.
Yeah, Rodney Howell trying to chase down our race leader, TJ Evans. He's left Tony Marinelli.
He's got the better car.
Aaron Green trying to make a move to get that 4th spot. Get a little tougher to pass in this round.
Yeah, it is. But we talked about this earlier tonight that you probably expect this, that guys were going to start
Here
playing.
comes Aaron Green. He's got a good run now on the 04 car in green. At a 4th place at least to his 2nd place run earlier tonight. He's going to try. Justin Strain doing a good job out there on the outside, but Aaron Green got him by about half car length right now, and he will take 4th.
That was a nice pass, Bill. The
Very
slide
smooth
right up in
pass,
front.
yeah.
Yes, it was, into one.
Yep.
And you think
Marinelli's ran back down, has run Howell back down now in this battle for 2nd. White flag out.
you think back to when this kid was 13 years old when he won his very first beginner cruiser race. Speaking of Aaron Green on the first straightaway several years ago, that battle for 2nd is still hot. As Casey Shields trying to capitalize and get one on Justin Strain on the final circuit.
Marinelli, one last look. I don't think he's going to be able to get it done. TJ Evans picking up the win.
Jason Ingalls. The 2010 TMS World Dirt Track Championship winner Tim Clark out of Quinlan, Texas in the 55C. Boy, is there some shoes in this one as they go 4 wide into 1 and 2. Oh my goodness gracious, look at Mickey still just thread the needle off of 2 down the back straightaway. He did Garrett 2nd. Racing Jason Ingalls in tow in 16. The 42 in McLeod. Or starting in the McLeod Texan. And look at that slight job for the race lead. Mickey still is up on it tonight, folks. Yeah. When the 42 took the green earlier, and he may stack this field up, unfortunately, the 42 of Timothy Holt's car did not fire well earlier, and he pulled off before he even made a lap in the heat, and right now he knows he has problems, and it's bottled the field up. Bad Chad Abernathy is to the inside for 2nd of Racing Jason, but right now, off of 4, the field is bottled up by the 42 of Holt, and everybody trying to get by unscathed. I mean, I don't know, you need 4 different pairs of eyeballs or see all the action right now. You got a 3 different lane battle for the race lead right now in the form of Racing Jason. Mount Ada, Arkansas's Bad Chad Abernathy takes the race lead away from the 37 of Mickey Steele. How do you like me now, he says. Arkansas leads Louisiana and Texas in the 1 and 2. Here comes Hennigan. Chris Hennigan's up to 4th. What a stacked heat. The 2010 Limited Modified Texas Motor Speedway World Dirt Track Championship winner Tim Claunch is in the 5th spot. the former Dustin Duncan Memorial winner, who has finished in the top 5 in this event. He's finished 2nd in the factory stock 50 twice, Bill Kitchen. And then you got the 1H of Jared Herring, who won his heat earlier. Oh my goodness gracious, what a heat.
Jason Ingalls trying to set up Mickey Steele for a pass here.
Chris Hennigan is stalking his car that Jason Ingalls is driving.
Ingalls on the inside of Steele. Can he make it stick? Not yet.
You know, kind of rare that those two, Hennigan and Ingalls, would form an alliance for this race, right?
Hey,
but
why not?
Yeah, why not? I think it's awesome. Off of 4. What a race it is between Mickey Steele and that hot chassis. Number 37, Hennigan. Hennigan's number 16,
and
driven by Racing Jason.
On the outside, they were almost 3 wide for a second.
Still made that car wider than a double wide trailer, Bill, off the exit of 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jason Ingalls ain't going anywhere right now. He's on the outside of Mickey Steele, and he will take 2nd by a half car length.
And the more they keep playing, Hennigan's going to go, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But see?
Boy, I'll tell you what, Mickey Steele hanging tough on that inside, but he just can't quite hang with the 16 right now. It's Jason Ingalls.
Hands go up, hands go down. I take my hat off right now on the booth for the driver who is walking the dog on drivers like Jason Ingalls, Mickey Steele, Chris Hennigan, Tim Claunch, Jason Gore, the 1H of Herring. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is unbelievable. Mount Ada, Arkansas's Chad Abernathy's coming around to see the white flag, folks. He started 7th in this race, and he's got a straightaway advantage over Racing Jason Ingalls. Maybe not quite a straightaway, but it's close.
It'll be his 2nd heat race winner tonight if he can hang on for half a lap.
You don't have to be a Bubba to do it. You can be a bad Chad. It starts with a B. Bad Chad Abernathy from Mount Ada, Arkansas is going to sweep both of his heats here for the 12th Annual Classic. Racing Jason Ingalls grabs 2nd in Hennigan's number 16.
Out there outside row 2. The 2 of Dustin Hampton. in the 47 of Tom Earl. In fact, Earl's trying to get to second right now. Boy, what a move Earl made.
Remember, he walked the dog earlier in his heat race as well in the 47.
24 is Michael Shirtliff, and the 6 is Alex Williams.
Well, we saw the 47 walk the dog.
Earl around Ken Hollingsworth and check it out.
So that's Kent in the 100 for Tommy Mercer.
Correct.
Cool. That's a good car. We know Kent's a wheel man, Raptor chassis man out of West Monroe.
Beasley now to the inside of the 02 car.
Dylan trying to show.
Dylan Beasley taking over third. Look out, Clint Shirtliff.
Yeah, Michael got, or is that Clint?
That's Clint.
Okay.
That's a 24 car, Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
You're right. I'm wrong. Michael. Here comes the L2 modified owner, Chad Payrow. As Kyle Cummings is driving this modified here of late.
Yeah, Bill Kitchen was speaking of Kyle Cummings driving Chad Piro's GRT chassis, Piro Consulting #1 machine at the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship to get a runner-up to Hennigan, and also had a very good run there the last time out when Hennigan won 2 in a row at Boot Hill.
Piro's trying to take that 4th spot away from Barry, and that brings around the outside comes Michael Shirtliff, and Shirtliff will pass them both and take over the 4th spot.
Tom Earl is doing the exact same thing that he did in his first heat, Bill. Literally. Walking the dog on him. He has the same amount of advantage and just smooth, clear sailing, it appears, for him in the 47. Man, he's got to be very, very pleased with his Destroyer chassis. But like we just said, that last heat, sometimes it depends on what heat you draw into. Sometimes, you know, all these guys are tough, all these competitors. This is a tough field to make. No matter how you make this A-main and whatever style it is that you make it in, if you made it, it's an accomplishment. But some heats are tougher than others. There's no doubt about that.
Well, Tom Earl, one of Daryl Campbell's Destroyer race car chassis.
No,
So, there's a lot of years there.
Yeah, you can take.
And they've hooked up and come up with quite a car here.
You can't take nothing away from what Earl's been able to accomplish. That's for sure. And I take nothing away from that. You know, he proved to me.
Beasley's challenging Hollingsworth here in this final stages. White flag in the air, lap and a half to go in the battle for second. Shirtliff back there in 4th along with Payrow and now Dustin Hampton in that battle.
Tom Earl didn't end up the #1 overall qualifier in time trials at Timberline for no reason.
Earl's going to win this by half a lap.
Yeah, he got it. 47 wins it.
Beasley's got one more corner. They're going to bang
Look,
doors.
Come on now, Dylan. Be conservative here, bud. Don't be too aggressive.
Hollingsworth and Beasley coming to the line. It'll be Hollingsworth.
Bry Jr.'s 18M, Dakota Wyatt, who won his heat race earlier tonight in dominant fashion at 15. Let's see what Dakota can do. Dakota starting outside of row number 5. And he's already passed 5 cars, folks. Oh, my. And keep your eyes on Skeet. Skeet Emerson, the new Boston, Texas racer. Oh, he's off the back shooting F5. He got hung up there. Leading lap 1 goes to the 5-time Cajun Classic champion, Justin Whitehead from Hooks. No surprise here. But look at the young man from down and around Natchitoches, Louisiana, Dakota Wyatt, who won his heat race in the first set, who is really one of my breakout driver of the year candidates. He's up to 4th, Bill Kitchen. Dakota Wyatt from 10th to 4th in 2 laps. This is very impressive. Off of 4 with 3 in the books, goes to the 5-time Cajun Classic, winner of the Bordelon Septic, Jones Septic Systems, Henry's Auto, Salvage, Spencer & Son Timber, Best Engines, Outlaw Chassis, 36J, of course, Justin Whitehead, a machinist at Best Engines, and also the owner and builder of Outlaw Race Cars. He leads the way.
Wrenching for somebody like that will do for you.
It can teach you a lot. And, you know, these are completely different styles of cars, but Dakota Wyatt, he's clearly got that killer instinct. Look at him. He's going for second. I mean, look, goodness gracious, Dakota, calm down.
Well, you know, the restart's your best chance to pass right now, and he knows it. You watch these guys, they're very aggressive on the restart. They're not, and the start of the race, too. They're not wasting any time.
But he's got a really good race car, too, and that helps. It
Oh,
helps
yeah.
when you got a really good race car and you can put it anywhere on the track that you need to make gains. And right. And Donald Kane. Oh, and there goes a car looping it right in front. Donnie McBride's 18M, which of course is being driven this weekend by Anthony Bowe, the underdog. If he can hunt down Whitehead, oh boy. He already hunted down and passed the grocery getter earlier. He passed
if he passes Justin Whitehead, we got a story coming up here.
He's about to, Bill. I see it coming.
He's coming fast.
If Dakota Wyatt marches down Justin Whitehead and wins this heat race, I will go over there. I don't know. I'm not going to kiss the kid.
We're going back under yellow. We'll be sporty tonight, too.
And he's finished fifth.
38 car.
The lights are out. We're back underway. Dakota Wyatt, that's why, Bill. He chose the inside, and he's chosen why. And he's putting the heat on Whitehead for the race lead. Oh, but two. Whitehead separates himself by only a half a car length. Dakota Wyatt closes in. Here he comes. He'll dive to the bottom of the 15X. Whitehead hanging that 36J car out, but he gets a big screaming run off the exit of 4 down the front boulevard.
Wells and Smitherman side by side back there for the 4th spot.
Dakota was much better that time through 1 and 2. Yeah, great battle back here for the 4th and 5th spot, respectively, between Mighty Mike Wells and Morris. Sorry, Smitherman. Yep. Dakota's got him in his crosshairs, man. It is not over yet. Dakota Wyatt stalking the tire tracks of the best factory stock driver on the planet. In our region, bar none. Mike Nichols, he's been pretty impressive on the IMCA scene this year. But Dakota Wyatt is there, and he's ready to pull the trigger, Bill. He's fired up Blake a few times, and here he comes to the inside. Trying to go side by side with the race lead, the white flag, and he killed his momentum right there. That may have handed Whitehead the victory. But a lot of times you don't want to show your cards at a big push that time by Whitehead. And the 15X kind of followed him there in tow, and he developed a push of his own. Final time in the 3. Whitehead should win it unless he bobbles big, and he won't. Your winner, the 5-time Cajun Classic champion, Justin Whitehead, wins heat race number 6 tonight over the 15X of Dakota Wyatt. What a race.
And the 68, James Martin. Here we go. Paul Garrett electing to start with the back of the field.
I just want to know what was going on there. Like, how did that race even get to take the green? I don't understand that. We had one car single out in front all alone by himself by 2 car lengths. But I guess it is what it is. Here at Ark-La-Tex Speedway for the 12th annual Cajun Cruiser Classic and heat race number 9 of the night. Oh, some contact there with Empson in the 4, Doug Vick Jr. A little bit of contact here. Let's see if Vick Jr. returns the favor, and he does in the 3. Gives Cleve Empson a shot in the shorts, Bill. I called it, didn't I?
Tyler Morgan spun out.
Not that I called him that he meant to take him out. Lights are out. We're back underway. Walter Hamilton, your leader. Doug Vick Jr. gets a good restart on the 4 to the inside. Back on the way here at Ark-La-Tex and heat race number 9 of the night. Door-to-door for the race lead. Cook and Burke Jr. side by side. Here comes J-Lou. Jeff Lewis at 40. Jeff Lewis to the inside of the field. Oh, and your race leader just lost it right in front of the field, and he saved it. Oh, my. Don't lose your marbles, Walter. Walter almost lost the handle, and he re-gripped it. And Jeff Lewis trying to lurk at the bottom of the river, and they go 3 wide for second, fanning out. The Wiley veteran out of Houghton, Louisiana, Jeff Lewis, and the Slick Rick out of Bethany. Slick now out of Elysian Fields. Doug Vick Jr. off the pace. Doug Vick Jr. is off the pace in 4. The caution is out. Place an axle for him. Unlike Clark, he was able to get his fixes. He was in a latter heat. Lights are out. We're back underway. So this blue and yellow machine is going to go at it for the race lead. Jeff Lewis at the inside of Walter Hamilton, side by side for the top spot here in Vivian. Down the max straightaway in the 3. This time by it'll be 3 laps to go, and Jay Lewis pounced on the race lead, and he's to the inside of Hamilton for the top spot. Your reigning Race of Champions winner, Walter Hamilton, who won 19 MA main events a year ago between 7 different racetracks. They're door-to-door for the race lead. Jeff Lewis showing that there's still something around the hub, Bill. A little premature, I think, earlier. We said that it wasn't there, but hey, that bottom's still digging. Lewis is showing it. 2 to go next time by at the flag stand. Jeff Lewis faced some adversity tonight. Did not have a good heat race performance earlier. Like I said, broke an axle in his first heat after contact with the front straightaway wall. But right now, you got a heck of a battle for the race lead through 3 and 4. Walter Hamilton. Like I said, your reigning Race of Champions winner, Jeff Lewis, going to take over the top spot in 40. On the final circuit, he'll slide up in the 1. And he's got the top spot. And he's got about 3 car lengths headed down the back straightaway in the 3 for the final time. Empson up to 4th, off of 4. Houghton, Louisiana's number 40, the Moore Wireline entry. Jeff Lewis, your winner of heat race number 9 over the 1W of Walter Hamilton. Adam Roy not going to make it out. I don't know what happened to Adam this week. But boy, you certainly hate that for Adam Roy, the 2014 Cajun Classic champion, not going to make it out for either of his heats, and his weekend is likely done. The 4J, the Liesel 171 Speedway reigning track champion, Randy Wheeler. Into 3, Mike. Oh, look out, Mark. Mark made contact with D-Rock. Letting lap 1 to 42 at Carver. He'll head off into 1 with the herd about 4 or 5 car lengths behind. They're door-to-door for 2nd off the exit of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, the 18 of Hauser gets the big run into 3 to the inside. He'll take the 2nd spot away from Wilkins off of 4. He's got it. The 1D of Darrell Edwards up to 4th. Hunting down your lead trio here. And he had a big bobble that time as he approached the tail end of the 7MK of Kyle Wilkins and had to get on the binder so much it opened up the door for Craig Oakes to maybe get around. Now Oakes bobbles and opens up the door for D-Rock Derek Daniel. And the 5J of Jonathan Capps and the hot chassis 4 of Randy Wheeler. Lee Carver just making it a snoozer up front tonight as Darrell Edwards has all kind of handling woes, and he just let 2 cars go by. Derek Daniel and he do battle side by side into turn number 3 with 5 laps scored, 5 laps to go. Something not right with Darrell Edwards' 1D car. It looked very strong in his first heat. It looked strong early in this. Not sure if the carburetor's stumbling or something just doesn't appear to be right. As right now, Craig Oakes going to get around, and they're going to split Wilkins into 1 and 2. Look out, D-Rock. They're 3 wide up for the 3rd spot. 3 wide for 3rd there in turns 1 and 2. They're 3 wide again here in 3 and 4 momentarily. Wilkins is all over the racetrack. The last time Wilkins was here, he didn't have a station wagon. He specifically built that. I don't want to call it a factory.
Had his own car back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The aerodynamics, I think, may be playing a factor for him. We got 2 grocery getters in this one, and the better one's Craig Oakes right now.
The 5J car had a good run in his first round.
Yeah, right now he is just getting all kinds of cattywampus.
Sure is. Randy Wheeler, Mark Simon's stuck in the back of this. He just heat right here.
He just hasn't been able to make a gain since the drop of the green. He'll get around the 5J at Cass, who gets into the wall. Mark Simon going to try to make a late race charge here, but I'm telling you what, Lee Carver's already got the white flag in his face, and he'll become another driver to win both of his heats tonight if he can hold on. Lee Carver, midpoint of the back straightaway, final time in the 3. The 18 of Jeff Hauser rides 2nd. Hauser in that Wild Child chassis. 3rd, it's still the 83 of Oakes. But a face full of checkered flag goes to the Carver race car number 42 from Locksburg. Lee Carver, your winner of heat race number 10 tonight. 2nd goes to the 18 of Jeff Hauser. 3rd goes to Craig Oakes in 83.
Boy, it's a tough one. Dolezalik. I'm going to say Dolezalik. Here comes Stephen Harris in the 6th car, the 175T of Little John Tuggle. The 20, Nathan Sexton, who is not on the racetrack that I can see. What's up, Freddie? Oh, yeah, there he is. I see Nathan now. The B7 of Freddie Blanchard, he's out there. 33, Robert Graham. And the 10, Bobby Jordan. They are 4 wide going into turn 1. Who's going to come out on top there if any of them do? Stephen Harris ends up on the outside of turn 2. I think he's headed for pits. We still got a battle for 4th side by side.
He won't go to the pits. That's his green flag, folks. Dustin Yount, a driver I've seen race since the very first time he ever took a green flag, and a dear friend of mine, and I've been thinking about him a lot and praying for him a lot lately, and I surely hope that he can have a good run this weekend for his father. Looking good right now, down the back straightaway, trying to pressure Andrew Hartsoe for the race lead.
Here comes Little John, side by side for 3rd.
How about that, you know? Oh, no, Little John, no. Oh, and the 22 and the F7 of Blanchard got in the oil.
I don't know what happened to the 39 because he was in front of all that.
Oh, no.
He just lost it.
We're trying to become the 5th different driver to sweep their heats tonight. We're back underway here in Vivian. Dustin Yount racing for Marty tonight. Door to door for the top spot. Off the exit of turn number 2, Andrew Hartsoe Jr. up to the challenge. They're door to door, the 007. Yeah, I'm very impressed with them as well, Bill. They've really come a long way since the first time they ever sat behind the wheel. You know, you watch these young kids progress throughout their careers to see where they've gotten to this point, and man, just to race so close, inches apart, centimeters apart, not even touch.
Yeah, side by side, they've been racing just clean as could be right now.
Exactly.
They haven't rubbed anything. It's a good racing.
Great.
There's Nathan Sexton, Robert
Oh, there's
Graham.
your first contact right there. They finally touched, and Dustin Yount's going to get the advantage after that little bit of contact, but Hartsoe shoots off the exit of 2 and into 3, Bill. And
come right back at him, maybe?
we're like, don't do it, Andrew. Before, down the front straightaway, that Pro 1 transmission. Happy Till's dog grooming 007 of Dustin Yount. The Punisher race car chassis built by Jamie Jimbo Clayton has the race lead with 2 to go this time by for 007.
Hey, Robert Graham Jr. started this race dead last in the 22 car, and he's up to 4th.
Graham's been good. Bottom of turn number 2, we got a caution. Dustin Yount with the golden gun right now on 007.
Graham to the outside of Sexton now. Sexton left too much room on that outside. Graham took advantage. Is that Stephen Harris coming up there to 5th spot?
This time, off of turn number 4 with a white flag coming out for the 007. Like Bond. Driving that car like, oh, there went Stephen Harris. Just really, he may have just totaled that car of Dolezak. And the 39 was involved. The checkers are going to come out, though. How about it? The golden gun in his hand, the 007. And Dustin Yount's going to win one for Dad tonight. Dean Rasco, Colt 45, baby, that's all you need. He'll be outside of row number 3. Scotty, Thrifty Nichols in the B35. The lights are out. Jerry Jones at 18. Weird. Into 1, the green comes out. Robbie Hickman, who was supposed to start outside of row 3 and 6, started on the pole. Oh, my. Thank you very much, he said to all the competitors who broke. So Hickman looked to lead lap 1, but he could not get the job done. The 99 of Justin Cook does. Cook, who leads off the exit of turn number 2, headed down the back straightaway. Thrifty Nichols is done. He is broke, unfortunately. Tough break from friend Scotty Nichols out of Kilgore, Texas. Down the front boulevard, the 99. Leading the way is Justin Cook. Prince, here he comes. He's starting to mount a charge for the race lead. Some fluid. Rance Prince. Rance Prince, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to stalk down the 99Z.
Got a battle of heat winners
Nicky
here from round 1.
We've seen Nicky and Zach in this car.
Cook.
Here we go. It's heating up into 1. Oh, some contact there. That right rear and the left front of the 11R. The right rear of the 99Z and the 11R left front made some contact there into 1 and 2. But Rance Prince not going to let it rattle him. Down the back straightaway, they're door-to-door for the race lead. This time by it'll be 2 to go. Make a little bit of slight contact. Coming down to protect the 99Z. Tell you what, Justin Cook has showed up the Vivian this weekend, has showed out. That's for sure. Driving a car he's never driven before, and he's got Rance Prince nipping at his heels and knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth, and it is tighter than a top string on a Texas fiddle. But for how long?
That was a good move right there because
Power move.
Cook thought he was on the inside.
Power.
He had tested him on the inside. The 2 previous laps was on the inside and going down the front straightaway. Got to the outside.
Once again.
Coming off of turn 2. And here he comes around for the checkered flag. So Rance Prince, a 2-time heat winner tonight.
Using lessons learned from his father, Bill Kitchen. He did it again. Rance Prince from Cebu, Louisiana on the 11R will get the job done again.
Pork Chop Chamberlain, your front row. Brian Carver, the 140. 32, Brandon Brown. The 02 of Brandon Sexton. Who is currently running in 3rd place. The 5H of Lance Hansen Jr. The 93 of Tracy Cundiff. He had a strong run in his first heat. 15X Clint Shirtlett. He's out there. 62X Josh Warren. And he's on the racetrack. And then the 294s, Jason Gamis and Dustin Asian. So Kenneth Chamberlain, Pork Chop, leads the way. Right on his back bumper is Cody Tupper. Then you have the 02 car, Brandon Sexton running 3rd, and the 40 of Brian Carver in 4th. 7 laps to go.
So you got the winner, the winningest driver from Lone Star the last 2 years, leading the way in this one, and the reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner, or last year's Dirt Track Championship winner of the factory stock, Cody Tupper in the 23. And Tupper won the most recent event at Boot Hill. He'll ride 2nd here. Brian Carver back in the 4th spot. 3rd, it's Brandon Brown. Kenneth Chamberlain with that strong runner-up finish in the 5,000 win King of Boot Hill to Carver, to Taylor Carver, back on August the 1st. And he wants to prove that he can win anywhere but Lone Star as well. Having a good run, sitting up front, leading the way here in Vivian in heat race number 13 in the final heat of the 2nd set of the night here for the 12th annual Cajun Classic, Bill.
Yeah, I thought the 32 was a 02. Brandon Brown is the third place car there, so apologies for that.
New car.
Fans.
New car for him. He showed up in it. Hey, listen, he showed up last weekend at Timberline with a 57 on it. I was like, who the heck is that?
Yeah, the 02's well in the back. On the back stretch, it kind of looks like an 02. On the front stretch, it's definitely a 32. Top 4 cars right together, though, with 2 laps to go.
We're going to try something. The checker's coming out, but throwing some seasoning on the 13th and final race of the night. Pork chop. Kenneth Chamberlain gets it done and wins the 13th race of the night. Yeah, here we go. Here's your lineup, folks. Now that I can see him on the pole, it'll be the reigning Armadillo Nationals winner, Pork Chop. Kenneth Chamberlain in car number 70 from Jacksonville, Texas. In the middle row from Sapola, Oklahoma, it'll be the driver of the SRT Chassis 02, Nathan Sexton. Outside the 215 from Kilgore, TJ Evans from Kilgore. The second row of this three-row affair, it'll be the 18 Wild Child Chassis of Jeff Hauser. In the middle, 4-time winner this season at 4 different racetracks. He's hotter than a firecracker coming into this weekend. He's one of 2 Bubbas to win both of his heats tonight. It's Young Gun, Bubba McEachern from Minden, Louisiana. He's in the Just Racing Products, Dog Time Grooming, F1 powered crude off race car number 0. Donald Kane Jr. is on the outside of Bubba McEachern. Inside of the third row, your winner last Saturday night at Timberline. In the Hadaway Towing 1R, it's Dustin Robinette from Hooks. Third place finisher of the 2014 Cajun Classic. From Ennis, Texas, that'll be Mike Marusak in 45. Outside, the 5-time track champion, Doug Vick Jr. in 4. And the fourth row to the inside, it's Winnigan, Chris Hennigan from Marshall, Texas. Outside of Hennigan, it'll be Trey Smith of the Smacker Chassis number 96. Outside, Brandon Sexton from Silver, Oklahoma, to the 20. The 47 Destroyer Chassis, who destroyed his competition and won both of his heats tonight as well. That'll be Tom Earl III. 22T at a Splendor of Texas, Tony Marinelli. Outside, Kyle Wilkins at 7MK. Here we go, race fans. You know the rest of them. I've called their names at least 2 or 3 times tonight. This is it. 33 laps, 33 laps the distance, 3 wide to find out who's going to win $1,000 for the 3rd annual Race of Champions.
Cross your fingers, folks. Cross your fingers. Here we go.
Cross your fingers, cross your toes. They get to the fog. And Chamberlain, they go 4 wide for the race lead into 1 and 2. And we got Luke Gray slow on the front straightaway with no harm, no foul. The 70 of Chamberlain falls the 2nd. Your leader of lap number 1. It appears it's going to be the 18, but Chamberlain's throwing on the outside. Give it to Jeff Hauser. Jeff Hauser going to lead lap number 1 of the Race of Champions. And here comes Bubba McEachern. He's starting to throw some hot sauce on the race lead, trying to throw a little bit of Cajun spice on it. As the pair of Texans up front lead the way. Oh my, I can't believe it. It is 33 laps. I said it before the race started, Bill, but I didn't believe it. All before McEachern takes the 3rd spot away from the Kilgore Jackson Evans. So right now, you've got 4 different chassis brands occupying the top 5.
Mike Marusak's up in smoke. He's pulling off. Somebody up the racetrack ahead of him is also pulling off.
Did you see smoke, or is he just playing conservative?
He was smoking. I seen him when he went by on the front stretch. I'm not sure about the second car, but that's going to cause a caution back there.
McEachern.
Back stretch.
Luke grazes the car slow. Just get off the racetrack, Luke.
There's a second one stopped back here by the tower. Yellow's out.
Bubba McEachern, and I've looked out Jeff Hauser because McEachern is ready and he is hungry for the race lead, and he's about to smash on the loud pedal right when you do, and we are underway.
I just hope we can get some green flag races going here.
McEachern to 2nd.
A lot of cars.
Yep, and Bubba McEachern just went to 2nd, Bill. And they're 4 wide mid-pack right there with the 1R Dustin Robinette. The fog is kind of dissipating a little bit. And, well, the action on the racetrack is heating up. Off of 4, your leader is still the 18 of Hauser. But Bubba McEachern, the young gun from Houghton or Minden, whatever you want to call it. He is knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth. Hello, Hauser. Bubba McEachern, who won both of his heats tonight. You know he's got all the confidence in the world right now by the way he's driving that race car. My goodness. Looks like Uncle Stevie back at Champion Park in 2001. Goodness gracious. You know, the Keetron family, Adam Minden, they were getting around the old Webster and Champion Park Speedway for many years, and here comes McKeetron for the race lead. He may have it this time, Bill. Don't give it to him yet, though. The 18 of Hauser holds on. Yes, Sherry Collins, her nephew is the 0 of McKeetron. He gets it honest. A former Bayou Speedway Pure Stock Track champion is Sherry Collins, who used to drive the number 0 and the 5. Out for 4, though. McKeetron still rides second behind the 18 of Hauser. Hauser leads into 1. Chop still third. 4th, it's Evans. 5th, it's Kane. 6th, it's Pilkington. 7th is Robinette. 8th is Mickey Steele. 9th, it looks like that is Morris. And 10th, it's Walter Hamilton, last year's Racing Champions winner. Bubba McKeetron's on his way to the front. I'm sorry, Bubba Jones. The Bubba and Bubba show tonight. Both of the Bubbas that checked in to do battle tonight have won both of their heat races. And I mean, you got a log jam back here. Look at this, Bill. You got a 4-5 wide battle going on. We need 4 RaceOnTexas.com on-demand cameras because it's wild right now and it's heating up for the top spot. Bubba McKeetron cannot find a lane around the 18 of Jeff Hauser and Pork Chop Chamberlain. He makes his bread and butter in moments like this, doesn't he, Bill?
Yeah, he does.
When guys get up front racing real hard, he knows when to pounce and he knows when to take lunch money. And right now, he's trying to take Bubba McKeetron and Jeff Hauser lunch money. Tell you, everybody's single file except for back here with Whitehead, the 23 of Mark Simon, and there's some contact right here. Mark Simon, 36J of Whitehead, the 83 of Craig Oakes. Now the 83 of Oakes is off the pace. But that is just wild racing back there towards the tail of the field. While McKeetron's trying to mount a charge for the race lead as it finally singled itself out here. As here comes McKeetron for the race lead, Austin off of 4.
Craig Oakes about to take the 83.
Look out, Bubba. Bubba just left that outside wide open for the 70 when he killed his momentum there when he dove the car to the bottom in the 3 that last time by. As right now we have
19 to go.
Yep, 14 scored, 19 to go.
Lap traffic, if it stays green, lap traffic is going to be the key in this one.
Yeah, it's going to become a reality. I don't know that if we'll get there, though. I mean, everybody is... I think in the back of their mind, they're knowing they need to hold on to their race cars.
Yeah, there's no reason to... I mean, it's only dropped to... It's $100 a spot through the top 10. So
now, the difference between first and second is major. $1,000. Bubba McKeetron has all but pretty much locked himself into tomorrow night's main event with 2 of his heat race wins. But Pork Chop Chamberlain is knocking on his back bumper, and McKeetron feels the pressure. But Jeff Hauser is driving one of the best and smartest races I've seen him drive all year long. The Crowley Texan is making that thing wider. I've said it several times tonight, wider than a double wide trailer. He's got a thing like a triple wide right now. And there's your caution. Oh, look out. Tony Marinelli right in front of the field. That was gnarly.
it looks great.
So here we go. Jeff Hauser from Crowley, Texas, going to hold off young gun Bubba McKeetron or Pork Chop in the Chamberlain. The lights are out. McKeetron got a good start to the outside. Here we go. Here he comes. Hauser going to try to squeeze him. McKeetron going to try to take that outside line away from him. He cannot get the car to stick. Bubba tried as hard as he could of their 5 wide mid-pack, and it's about to end nasty back there with Whitehead. And it looked like the 99Z, and everything kind of shakes itself out here on this restart. Yeah. McKeetron has the best car on the track right now, and he'll go high side hustling. And look at the cross-under move off of 4. Bubba McKeetron is willing that number 0 crude off car tonight. Donovan Owens goes all the power he needs. That F1 power plant underneath the hood is going to kill his momentum. And here comes Donald Kane. Who is Donald Kane for Raising Kane? Donald Kane is Raising Kane.
He didn't win a heat, but he had 2 good runs.
Donald is Raising Kane for the lead, or for the second spot right now as Pork Chop's faded to 5th. And here comes Dustin Robinette. Robinette, last weekend's winner at Timberline Speedway, is up to the 4th spot, and he's a hungry hound. If you don't know this driver, he stays very, very hungry for victories. It doesn't matter.
He's a radio personality, too.
Yeah, and he's dang good at it. He's good at it. He's become a good friend of mine. And I tell you what, he's a heck of a racer, and right now, Pork Chop, just something happened off of 2 down the back straightaway. He got into the 1W of Chamberlain, or the Chamberlain and Walter Hamilton. Right now, Robinette giving Kane hell for the 3rd spot. Watch this big run by the 1R of Robinette off the exit of 2, Bill. Here it comes. Watch this. It evened itself out. But Bubba McEachern cannot find a lane around.
Oh, we got trouble. TJ Evans goes around.
Oh, no.
Everybody hang on to him, boys. What a good job so far.
Could Bubba McEachern sweep the weekend? He's going to have to win this race first. And Donald Kane got all over him on the restart. Here we go. And the 18 tried to avoid him, and they made contact in the 1 and 2. And this may be it for Bubba. Bubba's going to fire to the outside, Bill down the back straightaway, take over the race lead. He's got it.
Here comes Walter Hamilton.
Bubba McEachern, door-to-door for the top spot off of 4. He's got the race lead in 0. Louisiana to the front here at the Cajun Classic Racing Champions. The first 2 Racing Champions, the first one went to Arkansas last year. It went to Texas. The 3rd year, it's going to go back to the state of Louisiana if the driver at Amendment can hold on. But here comes the reigning Racing Champions winner. He's up to 3rd. Walter Hamilton trying to spoil the party and go back-to-back. Oh, my. This could get interesting. Bubba McEachern stalked the tire tracks of the 18 of Jeff Hauser the entire race, and right now Hauser just gave him that outside line. Look out, Bubba McEachern, because here comes Walter. And I don't mean Heisenberg. Woo, boy. Walter Hamilton trying to go back-to-back in the Race of Champions. He inevitably has the best car on the racetrack right now. The young gun, Bubba McEachern, trying to win it for the home state. He's got 6 circuits to get the job done, but Walter Hamilton has closed the gap, and he is about to be there, but he's going to have to root the young man up out of that top line. But one thing that I've noticed all night long, Bill, that Walter's been able to put that car to the outmost part of the track where nobody else has been able to fit that car. McEachern with a little bit of bobble that time. He opens up the door. All but 2 down the back straightaway. Bubba McEachern looking to win one of the biggest races in his career. The best factory stock drivers in the business, and they're door-to-door for the race lead off the exit of 4. Showing some respect to the young man at Minden is the 1W of Walter Hamilton. Hamilton shows him a little bit of respect there and gets on the binders and separates himself by a car length. He pulls back to his back bumper into 3. This time by it'll be 3 laps to go here in Vivian for Racing Champions number 3, and McEachern feels the pressure, and Hamilton smells blood in the water. It is tighter than the top string on the Texas fiddle right now. And it's heating up in the turn number 3. Hamilton all over the young man, Bubba McEachern. The yellow is out. Oh, my. Oh, no. The caution is out.
So just one.
Race fans.
But those 2 guys race each other, and Bubba will get free.
Bubba McEachern's trying to win one of the biggest races in his career. Of course, he won $1,000 down at Thunder Valley earlier this year, but these are the best factory stock drivers in the business. And what a performance that he has displayed to this point, and a little bit of contact for your cars in the 2nd row. And look at this move by Hauser on the restart. Hauser says, hello, McEachern, I'm back with you. And he bobbled that time and opened the door, and that may have been it. That could have won the race right there for Bubba. Bubba McEachern trying to skate away from the field this time by. It's going to be 2 laps to go for the young gun out of Minden, Louisiana. Hamilton has a broken right rear. The car is broke. He's off the pace and done for the night.
Justin Whitehead just entered the top 5. Remember, he started at least in the 30s. 31st, 32nd, 32nd, I believe he started.
This is it. Off of 4, the white flag displayed. Now Jeff Hauser, who is being stalked by this young man for the entirety of this race. And let him get by on a restart with 10 to go. The final time in the turn number 3, the driver of the dog time grooming, Foxworth Welding number 0. Your 3rd annual Race to Champions winner hails out of Houghton, Louisiana, the 19-year-old Bubba McEachern, your winner tonight. What a performance for Bubba McEachern. He wins every single race that he checks into tonight. And if he could win the Cajun Classic tomorrow, it would be tough to ever top the weekend that he's had here in Vivian. We'll head down and get a word with your winner. race fans, when he comes to you on the front straightaway, hey, please hang out for him. I mean, the kid deserves it. I know his mom, Roger, all of them have got to be pumped. Caitlin, the whole gang. That's what this sport is all about. That was a good race. If you don't like that, you don't like dirt track racing. Austin Wilkins, keep the RaceOn Texas camera spinning because he's probably about to burn the tires off.
Tell him about to blow it up. He needs that motor tomorrow night.
How about it? It's hard to find a young man more deserving. From Minden, Louisiana, climbing out of the car, young gun, Bubba McEacher. Wow, Bubba. Woo! You know, it fires me up when you wheel this car like you did tonight, young man. First of all, if we were already going to talk in the pits about your heat race performances, you won both of your heats tonight. Two Bubbas did that. You won both of your heats. You come out here, you stalked the 18 of Jeff Hauser that entire race. A restart with 10 to go. You found your line on the outside. You got around him. Boy, I tell you, you worked on him. You finally were able to get around him. And, man, from there, what were you thinking from that point on in that race?
Don't mess up was the main thing. You know, I knew there was a couple guys there behind me. You know, I didn't want to screw up them last few laps. And then the yellow come out with 3 to go. It definitely made me nervous, you know. There was a bunch of good guys behind me, and luckily I had a good car tonight, so it didn't end up on top. So,
what do you think when you saw the 1W, the reigning Race of Champions winner Walter Hamilton get in there? I know that he showed you his nose there a few times. What were you thinking at that point?
I really wasn't sure who he was. You know, I couldn't see the car, but I knew he was down there, so I tried not to mess up. You know, hit my lines. He seemed like he wasn't gonna run me over, so I wasn't worried about that. You know, so I really appreciate him doing that.
How important was it for you to feel like you needed to keep the car on that outmost part of the racetrack, keep the car straight?
Yeah, it felt pretty good up top. You know, there's a couple ruts down there, but as long as I hit them pretty smooth, you know, and go across them, you know, it felt pretty good.
You know, tell the fans what a great year it's been for you, man. This is your 5th win, $1,000. You know, you won $1,000 down the Thunder Valley earlier this year. 4 wins at 4 different racetracks. This is 5 now at 4 different tracks. What a year it's been for you, Bubba. But you had a little bit of a slump in between these wins. Not to say you weren't performing well, just that bad luck stuff started coming back. But, man, how much does this take the weight off of your shoulders again? Dude, you've got a shot to win the Cajun Classic tomorrow.
Man, it feels great. You know, this is the best year, like I said, best year I've ever had, you know, with all these wins. Car's been great. All my people that helped me, all my family, friends, sponsors, you know, everybody. I couldn't do without them.
Could you see the fan club probably cheering you on and just throwing their fingers, just telling you to go faster when you're headed down the back straightaway?
Yeah, I can see them down there a little bit. You know, I was trying to stay focused and not look at them too much, but I was grinning ear to ear.
You know, when I was announcing that race, I said, Bubba's out there driving it like Uncle Stevie was back in 2001 at Webster. You know, I mean, it's just... This brings me back to my childhood, watching the McEachers race at Old Webster at Champion Park, man. You know what? You got this stuff honest, man. It's good to see that this sport is finally paying dividends for you in a good way, because I know how much trials and tribulations you've been through in this sport, man, and you've just stuck at it. You've kept at it, man, and it's finally starting to pay off for you, man. And you know what? I always stay unbiased as I can on this mic, but it's good to see payoff for a good young man like you who works very, very hard at what he does.
I appreciate it, Zach. We just try to stay on top, you know. Don't get too mad or irritated, get a flat, something like that, you know, just keep at it. Sooner or later, it'll pay off like tonight.
Why don't you turn around and hoist this trophy for me real quick? How about that? First of all, I mean, to add to it, keep this rolling, Austin, for RaceOn Texas. You just beat the best. I mean, we threw the best, 33 of the best drivers from the Ark-La-Tex region that you could find into the race, the winningest drivers in the area, and you come out on top. To sum it up in a few words, I guess, if you got it, go ahead. Man,
it felt great. I just hope the good luck continues tomorrow. You know, I love winning this race. You know, it's a nice trophy. Sean put on a good race for this, you know, but that 5,000 is going to mean the most tomorrow.
Does this give you extra confidence to know that you can run 33? I mean, look, you would only have to run 14 more laps tomorrow in a 50-lap race to win the Cajun Classic. Like I said, you've been perfect all weekend long. I don't want to jinx you up. I don't believe in jinxes. I only believe in Jesus, okay? Listen, you got a shot tomorrow, young man. Go get the job done if you feel like you can. I know you got the car to do it, and you've got the talent, man. I hope everything stays together for you. Best of luck.
Appreciate it, Zach. We're going to try.
Thank all your sponsors real quick. I didn't give you a chance to do that.
F1 Motors builds a great motor. You know, Dog Time Grooming, Jody Prince at J&J, Jeff Lewis at JRP, Eric Scott for the graphics, Trent Foxworth, Neil Kemp for the shocks, all my family, Kenny Towing, Crewed-Off Race Cars, Troy's Auto Salvage, everybody and the fans. You know, I couldn't do it without all y'all.
How about your name being on this trophy next year?
That's what I'm like.
Congratulations, young man.
Appreciate it, Zach.
Bubba McEachern, ladies and gentlemen, your Race of Champions winner. Hey, race fans, we appreciate all of you guys for hanging out till the final whistle. All you diehards, we thank you so much for choosing Gene Borders Ark-La-Tex Speedway as your official racing destination. We'll see you back here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. start time for the 12th annual 5,000 win Cajun Classic. We'll find out tomorrow if Louisiana, if a Cajun can get back to victory lane. This is the first Cajun to go to victory lane in the Race of Champions. Like I said, Arkansas takes the Race of Champions.